Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae boys who take the lead.
Ballchat. Greetings, football lovers. Heal up, football family. Welcome to Ballchat watch along of Concacaf Women's Championship semi-final matchups. My name is Ben Tan, man in the ship. I run in the ship until the engineer forward. Football family, we're doing it a little bit different this evening. The Reggae Girlz, of course, qualified for the World Cup, so we're still celebrating. But to that end, the Reggae Girlz will play Canada later on at 10 p.m. We're going to kick it off early with the curtain raiser. USA is taking on Costa Rica in the semi-final, in the first semi-final game. So we're just going to go through the PSs, get ready for the Jamaica versus Canada game at 10 p.m. But in doing so, we're still going to give you, I'm still going to give you some update and some commentary on this Costa Rica versus US game. You know, USA favorite. The teams are on the field right now. I mean, in their huddles. Coach, let's go to the starting lineup real quickly. Coach Valverde of Costa Rica is going with Bernadez in goal. Campo, Benavides and Guillen in midfield. In defense, along with Sanchez and Rodriguez. Valenciano, Alvarado, who scored a magnificent goal against Trinidad in that midfield, along with Chinchilla and Cruz, Trina. And leading the line for Costa Rica is Venegas. I think they're going to move around a little bit. It's definitely not a fixed formation in terms of that midfield players. Chinchilla sometimes cuts in and go down the middle. The U.S. coach, Vlatko Adamowski, going with Alex Morgan, Sophia Simmet, Mallory Pugh leading the line. Yeah, Horan, Sullivan, and Rose Lavelle in midfield. Cook and Sorbrun in centre-back position. Sonnet on the left back, Herta on the right, and Murphy on the sitting in goal. Casey Murphy reclaims her starting position. So, football family, we're just going to go through the PSs, give you some coverage of this USA versus Costa Rica game. And in doing so, we're just going to get ready for the Reggae Girlz game coming up against Canada, starting at 10 p.m. There's still a lot to play for in terms of this competition. As, you know, it's 0-0, USA no score yet. Of course, USA is a huge favorite coming into this competition. The winner of this competition will go on automatically to the Olympics, of course. The winner goes on to the Olympics. The winner will also goes on to the Gold Cup, to the 2024 Gold Cup, where there's a new tournament. So the winner automatically qualifies for that. So the winner of this competition automatically qualifies for the 2024 Olympics. The winner of this competition also qualifies for the 2024 Gold Cup, slated to be a new competition in the women's calendar, rolling out by Concacaf. All right, so USA man in the ball. It seems like Costa Rica playing in a defensive posture, trying to get a bit of a shape. But Costa Rica does have a chance still. I mean, we can't ignore a ball round and they still have to play some ball. Costa Rica does have a chance. Venegas picks it up in midfield, getting a bit of pressure there from Pugh. And Costa Rica sends it all the way back. Big up to the Costa Rican massive to Bernadez. Bernadez sent it to Sanchez on the left side. Sanchez and Benavides and Sanchez passing it around in the back. USA dropping off. Alex Morgan seems to be doing a little bit of pressing. Semi-final action of CONCACAF Women's Championship. Of course, these four teams already qualified for the 2023 World Cup. So these four teams, Canada, USA, Jamaica, and Costa Rica, are the four CONCACAF representatives that will go on to Australia and New Zealand. So, you know, the party starts, Jamaican team still celebrate. So we'll get to the Jamaican team at halftime and discuss that Jamaican game against Canada in more depth. You know, but we just go through the PSs and watch this USA game together. Ball is sent down the line. Here comes USA trying to get in shot. Cleared out by Bernadez. Alex Morgan there right at the doorstep. Alex Morgan, Badner Brown Dog. Almost a goal there from US. And they're still some question marks about this U.S. team. Of course, they are the big team in this space in the women's football. You know, they're facing out a lot of the big dogs. You know, Megan Rapinoe, for example, she's seen less minutes in the squad as the new players, the young players are being phased in. Alex Morgan is probably going to get phased out soon too. I mean, she's 33 years old. So the Sophia Smith, the Mallory Pugh, the Rose Lavelle, Horan, these players have to take the next step. And so a part of the approach from this U.S. team coming into this competition is a younger outfit. So, you know, but you don't know, still big side. Free kick to Costa Rica, getting ready to get going. Costa Rica does have a chance, so it's a veteran outfit, very experienced Costa Rican team. So, you know, they do have a chance. You know, I wouldn't put my money on it, but them definitely have a chance. Celebrate the football family. Really appreciate you joining us. Big up, big up. We're watching Costa Rica versus USA, getting ready for Jamaica versus Canada at 10 p.m. It's a long night. We're celebrating. Of course, the Reggae Girlz qualification to World Cup 23. Here comes Costa Rica getting into the box and out for a corner kick. Chinchilla there almost get behind. Or Benegas almost get behind the U.S. defense. One thing we saw when Haiti played U.S. in the first match, we saw Mornay gave Cook and Sauerbrunn a lot of trouble. So maybe there's something to that. Cook and Sauerbrunn are back in the center-back pairing. So maybe there's something here for Costa Rica, Las Ticas, for Coach Valverde to exploit for this Costa Rican team. Corner kick. Sends in a low corner kick. Send it into the box. U.S. having trouble trying to clear the lines here and finally gets it out. Throw into Costa Rica. Football family, we just got you going through the paces, getting ready for Jamaica versus Canada coming up at 10 p.m. We're going to have some guests on later on throughout the show as we talk about the qualification. We're also going to talk about domestic football. We're going to talk about domestic Jamaican football, and we're also going to discuss the Euros, get the family's thoughts on the Euros. Here comes Costa Rica playing around, and a free kick that's been called, referee calling a foul there on Valenciano there. Didn't really see much contact. USA comes away with it. Ball is sent wide to Sonnet. Sonnet pushing up, crossing into midfield. Gives fine Horan or Sullivan. Sullivan now finds Rose. Finds Simmet. Sophia Simmet drifting out. Now the ball is now played all the way back. And Sonnet picks it up. Sonnet now sends it into midfield. Sullivan. You know, Costa Rica dropping off, giving the U.S. some room to play. Sonnet caused an infraction and a free kick to Costa Rica. Costa Rica picks it up. Waiting to restart. The road to Australia, New Zealand is already booked for both of these teams. These teams already locked in, you know, definitely on the way. Costa Rica, Canada, Jamaica, and the U.S. all qualify. U.S. putting on a bit of pressure. Here comes U.S. now. Alex Morgan send it across. Overhit. Sophia Smith can't get on the end of it, and it's out for Mallory Pugh there with a bad cross, and it's overhit. Sophia Smith can't get on the end of it. Goal kick to Costa Rica. Yeah, family. So as I was saying, these four teams already booked their players to the World Cup. So they're, you know, the winner of this tournament will qualify for the Olympics. The winner of this tournament. So the semi-final round, the winner of this game goes on to the final matchup. And they will play the winner of the Canada versus Jamaica game. And so ultimately, there's still a lot to play for. The winner of this tournament goes to the Olympics, and the winner of this tournament automatically qualifies for the Women's Gold Cup, Concacaf Women's Gold Cup in 2024. So there's still things to play for. U.S. knocking around at the back. Cook, Sauerbrunn. Costa Rica definitely limiting the space, limiting movement of the U.S. team. Sonnet trying to get the ball moving quickly. Find Sophia Simmet. Sophia getting a bit of help from Sullivan. Ball is sent back to Sonnet. Sonnet on the left side, back to Sullivan. And Costa Rica sliding out there is Gillian, and it's out for a throw-in. Football family, see you watching. Big up to the family joining. Big up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Again, we're getting ready for the Reggae Girlz kicking off at 10 p.m. We're just going through the PSs, watching this U.S. versus Costa Rica game, and then we'll preview the Jamaica versus Canada game and get some thoughts on the potential lineups. Ball is cleared out by Costa Rica. Back to the U.S. You know, U.S. don't have a lot of pressure, as Costa Rica is definitely dropping in a defensive posture. Very deep line and almost, a 6 at the back there. Ball is overhit and all the way through to goalkeeper Bermudez in goal. Costa Rica definitely parking the bus. There's no two-way to split it. Las Ticas are parking the bus and looking to play on the counter. Ball is sent long by Bermudez. Headed on by Valenciano. Picks up by Costa Rica. Alvarado sends it wide, looking for Gillian. Gillian trying to get it. Gillian trying to get it into the box. Venegas is beaten for the header. Cleared out by Sonnet. Sophia Smith picks it up. Finds Sullivan. Now ball is played all the way back to Sauerbrunn. Sauerbrunn and Cook knocking around at the back. 9 minutes in, 0-0. Don't know the actual temperature at kickoff time, but just by the previous weather condition in Monterrey, Mexico, it's been pretty hot, so expect another hot one tonight. Ball has been knocked around by the Costa Rica, definitely showing the U.S. a lot of respect. Ball played behind the Costa Rican defense. Alex Morgan quickly across to give some pressure, and ball comes off Morgan and out for a throw. When you read the U.S. press coverage of this U.S. team, the ESPN of the world, etc., there's still a lot of questions they have about this team. Here comes U.S. getting in the box. Alex Morgan in the box trying to send it across, looking for Mallory Pugh, intercepted by the Costa Rican player and cleared out for a throw. The U.S. fans, like I was saying, the U.S. fans, have a lot of questions about this team. I mean, sometimes the fan base a little bit, go and take it too far. I mean, a bit erratic in some of the criticism. Here comes Sullivan, gets in the box, headed on. Alex Morgan and Mallory Pugh competing there and got in each other's way, and ultimately, no trouble for the goalkeeper, Bermudez. Costa Rica getting ready to restart play. But yeah, there's been some question of whether this U.S. team has spine. Of course, this team is being compared to some of the big bad teams, and Bermudez is playing around with it there. Alex Morgan almost intercepted that one off a back kick. She was trying to play it around in the box there, and Alex Morgan almost intercepted. Throw into Costa Rica, deep in their own half. U.S. applying a bit of pressure. Herta on the back of Rodriguez. Rodriguez can't get to turn. Ball is cleared out by Del Campo. U.S. quickly picks it back up. And ultimately, with the U.S., their big thing right now is to play quickly. They want to play quickly. Football family, really appreciate you joining us. If you're the first time to the channel, smash the like button. Consider subscribing. It's a free way to support the channel. Like we said, we're getting ready for the Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off at 10 p.m. We're just going to go through the PSs. We're going to preview that game in a little bit and discuss potential lineup. Do you go with a Denisha Blackwood, or do you, since she's available, or do you just go with the starting lineup that defeated Haiti? So there's a lot of questions, question marks about the potential lineup. Do you continue with Havana Sloan in that midfield for Coach Lauren Donaldson? So still question marks. We'll discuss that, as we go throughout the evening and get ready for that Canada versus Jamaica game. Here comes USA trying to send it into the box. Alex Morgan cutting towards goal, but all the way through to Bermudez. The U.S. there's some criticism of this U.S. team from the U.S. press, and some in the U.S. press. They think this team needs a little bit more steel. They're looking at what's going on in the Euros, and France does look like an impressive outfit. And so, there are those who are very much concerned going into World Cup that this team is not beating and teaching folks as they normally do in Concacaf. They're concerned about this team matching up with a potential France in the World Cup. So, of course, England looking very good in the Euros also. So there's some in the press that are very critical of this U.S. team, and so a Costa Rican player is down needing some assistance. So the U.S. team definitely, I still think it's a big team. I mean, they're definitely phasing out players. Like I said, Megan Rapinoe, her role has significantly reduced. Now it's time for the Sophia Smith of the world and the likes of the younger players. And they do have ballers. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Rose Lavelle. I don't know if Rose Lavelle has made the jump back and had hit the expectations that a lot was expecting of her. And we just saw here a corner kick to Costa Rica's Cook being put under a little bit of pressure by Venegas, and Cook heading it back to Casey Murphy and headed out for a corner kick. So there's those that are questioning really how good this U.S. team is, and so they want to see them put on the pressure, significant pressure, as they know that once they go to the World Cup, there's a concern about them matching up with a potential France. France, again, looking very good in the Euros, has won both of their games. And England looking very good in the Euros also. So, here comes a corner kick to Costa Rica, 15 minutes. Valenciano standing over it, sending it into the box, waiting an overhit and out for a throw-in. So, there are those who really questioning whether this U.S. team, I mean, but, you don't know how it goes. People have things to talk about. I mean, here comes U.S. Sauerbrunn, knocking it around, finds Cook. And also the coach, Vlatko Adonovsky. I mean, he has some huge shoes to fill. This is one of the big jobs in the world of women's football. So he's under a microscope. I mean, he's following Jill, who was very successful with this team. So I mean, he's definitely going to be not given a lot of room for any sort of major experimentation with this outfit. Costa Rica very much into the back of Alex Morgan there. Alex Morgan is down. Referee calling over Del Campo to have a word. Yeah, I can't deal with my big player, so. She's what? Rose Lavelle is also down. Costa Rica getting in. Costa Rica definitely letting US know, say, yo, I have to think about this. Definitely playing them a bit physical. Del Campo into the back of Alex Morgan. I don't think that deserves a card. And also Rose Lavelle was down. Rose Lavelle, back coach Adonovsky talking to Sauerbrunn, giving her some extra instructions. Free kick to the U.S. Midway in the Costa Rican half. Mallory Pugh is standing over it. And there are question marks about Rose Lavelle. That is definitely, here comes the ball sent into the box. U.S. shot! And almost a goal there from Alex Morgan. In fact, I don't know how she missed that one. Alex Morgan normally put those away, family. Now the question is, was she in an offside position? And no, she was not. She was definitely onside, running from deep, and definitely had a golden opportunity. Good pass there from Mallory Pugh. Football family, we're getting ready for Canada versus Jamaica, 10 p.m. Going through the PSs right now, just watching this Costa Rica versus USA game. Semi-final one, Concacaf Concacaf Women's Championship. Of course, as said earlier, there's a lot to play for still in this competition. The winner of this competition qualifies to the Olympics and also qualifies for the Gold Cup, the 2024 Women's Gold Cup first edition. The second and third place teams will go into a playoff a playing game for the Olympics, and the winner of that playing game will go on to the Gold Cup also. Here comes the U.S. into the box again. Mallory Pugh getting behind the Costa Rican defense. Corner kick to U.S. One-way traffic so far, family. U.S. very dominant, looking for a goal. Football family, we see you watching. Big up to the family. Smash the like button. Remember to subscribe. You know, we're gonna talk about the Trudy Carter abuse. You know, we'll discuss that a few later on in the show. Jamaica Football Federation social media handle putting out statement regarding abuse of Trudy Carter. We'll discuss that and discuss what exactly happened based on what we know. Ball sent to the box, cross. Roosevelt putting that one on a platter, on a plate, 3 yards out. 4 U.S. players crashing and no one could get it in. Goal, second golden opportunity there for the U.S. Alex Morgan and family diving in. Just need a poke, and Alex Morgan again missed the second one. That's unusual for Alex Morgan, family. Absolutely unusual for Alex Morgan. A Costa Rican player is down. Rodriguez is down. Needing some attention. Seeing a replay. Yes. Alex Morgan normally would have scored that. Yeah, football family. 0-0 so far. 20 minutes in. We're just going through the PSs, getting ready for Jamaica versus Canada at 10 p.m. Mallory Pugh is having some medical attention here. She has a cut on her left leg. Seems to be bleeding pretty. Yeah, need some help there. All right, so regarding the Trudy Carter situation, there was a statement. I don't know the details. I don't know the facts surrounding this, but JFF, Jamaica Football Federation social media handle, put out a statement, a tweet saying that they abhor any sort of discrimination or racial discrimination in particular, and I can pull up the statement. It says the Jamaican Football Federation would like to reiterate in no uncertain manner that there is no place for racism, discrimination, or abuse within or outside the game of football. I exactly don't know what happened to Trudy Carter. The case was referred to Concacaf. I did not see an official statement from Concacaf. If the family knows what actually happened, you can share and just let me know, because I don't see an official statement from anyone regarding what actually happened. I've heard comments that there was an allegation that she was abused on Instagram. So my question is, was it the Haitian players? This was following the game against Haiti. Was it Haitian fan base? Who exactly is alleged to abuse Trudy Carter? So I don't know. So if the family know more, then can share that information. You're not missing any action. Mallory Pugh is getting some attention for that cut on her leg, and now she's off the field. Some attention. Bermudez just getting us back going. 0-0. U.S. already missed 2 golden opportunities. Like I said, we're getting ready for Canada versus Jamaica later on. I go through the PSs, watch this game here, because you know what, Jamaica play one of them teams here once them beat Canada. So we just go through and watch this game. And big up to all the vloggers them, that don't watch along. Big up to the family. Here comes Costa Rica knocking the ball around in the box. Bermudez. And I really appreciate everyone who's online, who's tuning in. Big up. Thank you so much for joining. Ball sent long. And the game is on CBS. If you want to watch CBS Sports, the game is also on Paramount Plus. You can also check it out on Hess Gold. So CBS Sports, both games will be on CBS Sports, semifinal 1 and 2, and also stream on Paramount Plus. So the games are available on different platforms. Here comes Costa Rica, crowding the ball and getting away from Sullivan. U.S. now applying a bit of pressure. Rodriguez now getting it long. Ball is now headed back in by Horan. Now Sullivan looking for Horan again, but mistime pass. Costa Rica comes away with it. Valenciano steps trying to boss that midfield, and a free kick is called on Rose Lavelle, and Valenciano is down there. Or Sophia Simmet is a free kick call. It seems like they're putting Sophia Simmet, giving her the flexibility to go down the middle there. Or Sullivan is the one with the Cruz Trana was the one who was kicked down. Ball is now back with Costa Rica, knocking it around in the box. USA now coming to applying a bit of pressure. Now Sonnet and USA appealing for a foul there. Lavelle, that is, appealing for a foul, or Sonnet appealing for a foul. Clearly, there's a concerted effort by Team USA to try to accelerate the pace of the game. Their central objective, they want to try to get behind the Costa Rican team. Of course, the earlier they score, they will force Costa Rica out of this low block defensive setup. But to that end, I think Costa Rica is holding their own. Of course, USA already has 2 chances that they've missed. But the longer this game goes and remains 0-0, the more Costa Rica feel like they have a chance. And the more this young, air quotes, young USA team will feel a little bit of the pressure. Another foul is called on Sophia Simmet. Sophia Simmet fouling Del Campo. Very, few fans in the stand. One thing that is certain about this tournament in Monterrey, it's not very good crowd support. Even when Mexico played, the stand wasn't rammed as many as expected or thought it would have. So in terms of the return of hosting this tournament, the gate receipt, I don't think there was a lot. Here comes the ball sent long. So Mallory Pugh heading in on, looking for Horan, trying to get behind, and a shot just on the outside there. Horan got the shot in and out for a goal kick. Running in from deep there. Trying to see, but she was in an offside position. Yeah, she offside. So she, Costa Rica is very good about holding that line. 26 minutes in, family. Costa Rica 0, USA 0. We're just going through the PSs. We're getting ready for Jamaica versus Canada at 10 p.m. Officially, we'll do a preview later on, or starting at halftime of this game. Just go and enjoy this game. Just watch some football. We'll discuss the Euros, women's Euros. We'll also discuss the teams that have really booked their place to FIFA World Cup 2023. Big up to Morocco. Big up to Zambia, the Copper Queens, for making it to the FIFA World Cup 2023. Australia, New Zealand. Going through the PSS, family. Still 0-0. Costa Rica, the longer this game goes 0-0, the better it is for Costa Rica. Costa Rica holding that space. Roosevelt picked it up in midfield. Send it right to Sonnet. Sonnet, the left back, is living in the Costa Rican half, midway in the Costa Rican half. Cook trying to send it over, looking for Sullivan, but cleared out by Costa Rica. Alex Morgan with a miscontrol, and a free kick there called. Costa Rica just now with the ball. Costa Rica now picking up a free kick. Costa Rica is in no rush. Absolutely no rush. Remember to smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, really consider subscribing to the channel, family. Really consider. We do wall-to-wall coverage of football, anything football. We have a regular show Sunday at 5 p.m. Start returning on July 30th. And, the community shield will discuss the community shield, UEFA England's community shield matchup between Man City and Liverpool, and we'll also get ready for the EPL season and preview other top 5 leagues. Scudetto, La Liga. Will discuss the champions, the transfer market, and etc. Goal kick to Costa Rica, and well, before the goal kick is taken, there's a water break. Football family, we're going through the pieces. I mean, Costa Rica versus USA, 29 minutes in. We're going to discuss the Jamaica game coming up. As I mentioned earlier, Denisha Blackwood, I personally would have just, I wouldn't start Denisha Blackwood tonight. I know Lauren Donaldson is a big fan. Denisha Blackwood is available after serving her yellow card suspension for the game against Haiti. I wouldn't start Denisha Blackwood tonight. I would go with the CM team that defeated Haiti. The same exact team. And I would put a asterisk over Havana Sloan, knowing that she has not been great, but ultimately, if Drew Spence is playing excellent football like she did against Haiti, I mean, it makes everyone's job easier, including Havana Sloan. So I would go with the CM team tonight. I would not start Denisha Blackwood, but we spoke to Lauren a few weeks ago before the tournament, and we know he's a big fan of Denisha Blackwood, so I expect her to start. It's a tough thing because Satara Murray, with her game against Haiti, I think she deserved to start. She was fantastic in that center back position. She was very physical, didn't allow the Haitians to settle. But with that being said, if Coach Lauren Donaldson decides to go with Denisha Blackwood in the starting lineup, then Chantel Swaby returns to her center back position. Then Satara Murray will then return to the bench. So it's a tough one for me. I tend to go with winning teams until proven otherwise, and that team won handsomely. I think it's I would reward that team by playing them. And what is also a concern is that Ashley Lawrence, Canada's left back, will go up against Wilshire in that right back position. Ashley Lawrence is very good going forward, and I thought Chantel Swaby, being very mature, very seasoned player in that right back position against Haiti, was very good. She didn't overdo it. Of course, you didn't get a lot of crosses from her, but it's not like I get a whole heap of crosses from Wilshire anyway. But at the end of the day, what Swaby does give you in that right back position is very good defense, very common sense defense, no sort of foolishness. And someone will have to account for Ashley Lawrence tonight in that Canadian, on that Jamaican side, because she's going to be gunning down that left flank. Here comes the ball, pushed USA, trying to get into Morgan. Morgan looking to find Pugh, intercepted by Valenciano. Still 0-0 between Costa Rica and the US. Ball is played all the way back to Bermudez. Bermudez knocking around. Del Campo and Bermudez playing around with it. Almost turned over into the box. Goalkeeper taking unnecessary pressure, or Del Campo shouldn't have turned the ball back. USA now comes away with it. And Costa Rica living dangerously there, family. Living dangerously. And a free kick to the US. Midway the Costa Rican half. Pugh looking to set up and create an earlier chance like she did earlier. A similar chance to what she did earlier. Standing over it. Pugh sent one in earlier, and it was underplayed, and Alex Morgan missed it. Mallory Pugh getting ready to send it in. Costa Rica with a high defensive line. Pugh chips it in the box. Bernadez comes out and easily gather. 33 minutes of play. Going through the Pierce's family, getting ready for Canada versus the Reggae Girlz. Kicking off at 10 p.m. We're going to do our preview in a little bit. The family can join in and chime in. I mean, would you stick with the CM starting lineup? How big of a chance do you give the Reggae Girlz against Canada tonight? Ball sent into the box. Mallory Pugh with a cross there. Blocked by Costa Rica. And out for a corner kick there. Horan or Alex Morgan has been very busy there. How big of a chance do you give the Reggae Girls tonight? I mean, Canada and USA are of course a benchmark in the space. Can the Reggae Girls beat Canada? Can they win this game tonight? Of course, Christine Sinclair, Canada's all-time leading goal scorer with 190 goals. Ball sent to corner shot, and almost a goal off the post. Played around, and finally, USF scored. Finally, played around. Ball running around inside the area. Finally, Sonnet gets the US on with the go-ahead goal. That was begging for somebody to score. Hit off the post. Bermudez out of position. USA with the lead 1-0. We're seeing the replay. Rose Lavelle with a tame effort. Blocked first by Costa Rica. Then ricochet off the defender. Hit the post. Bermudez went over to try to close down. Out of position. And Sonnet just kicks it into an empty goal. 1-0. USA Stars and Stripes leading Las Ticas. And look on this USA fan, man with them. Man have a flag a wave. Now, alright, so now there's a different game for you for Costa Rica. They took a defensive approach. Now they're down 1-0. Now they have to come out of this defensive shell. We should open more space for the US. Costa Rica knocking it around. Now US trying to press. And in reality, US has been wasteful in front of goal. Bermudez getting away with one again. Playing around with it. Alex Morgan putting the pressure. Goalkeeper Bermudez is living dangerously there, family. We're getting ready for Costa Rica versus, getting ready for Canada versus the Reggae Girls, kicking off at 10 p.m. We're just going through the PSs. I would start the CM11 that defeated Haiti. I would start the CM11. At halftime, we'll discuss the potential starting 11. They usually are released an hour before. We'll also recap statements or comments that Coach Lauren Donaldson said yesterday. Ball sent into the box on a plate for Alex Morgan and into the goal. Alex Morgan has scored. And offside. Offside on that one. Long ball over. Let's see if it was Morgan or that one is a little bit tight. VAR will have to check this one. I think Horan seems to be leaning though. Horan was the one who was in the offside position. Let's see. VAR is reviewing it. Seems like an easy call though. Referee now talking to the VAR. Okay, now she's gotten the green light to restart play. It's offside. Still 1-0. Bermudez getting ready to restart play. 1-0, the 37th minute of play. Ball sent long. Headed by Sullivan. Costa Rica trying to get in on it. Alvarado and for Costa Rica to really have a chance in this game. And a very hard tumble there from Chinchilla. Fell. She's in a spot of bother there. Lower back pain and she went up to head and she fell. Referee is not telling the medical staff to come on yet. Chinchilla battling with Lavelle, or with Sullivan. Sullivan not going up for the ball, just body checking her. No yellow card. Chinchilla is up, ready to go. Costa Rica down 1-0. Ball is sent long by Dela Campo. Horan picks it up in midfield, trying to find Sophia Simmet. Sophia Simmet now running into space. Definitely blows by one. Sophia gets in, Amala Pugh gets into the box, looking for a cross. Overhit. Very good play there from Pugh. sometimes it's hard to keep up between Sophia Smith and Pew. And I'm just a switch flanks. 1 minute Sophia on the right, next minute Pew on the right. Very fluid system by Vladko Adonovsky. Very fluid system. Pew and Sophia Smith, they tend to rotate a lot on those a lot on the right and left. It seems like Pew is now on the left. A very fluid system. Goal kick to Costa Rica. We'll just go through the PSS family. Getting ready for Canada versus the Reggae Girlz. Kicking off at 10 p.m. Free kick here to the U.S. Roosevelt was fouled by Alvarado. Sauerbrunn. Cook. Knocking it around. Center circle. Sonnet, the goal scorer for the U.S. And again, Costa Rica still relying on this defensive approach. Now U.S. with a long ball, sending it into the box, headed down. Horan looking to get on the end of that one. And Benavides seems to have come off worse off there, as Horan seems to have maybe collided with her there. Benavides is down, needing some attention. Yeah, family, would you start the same 11 the Reggae Girlz started against Haiti? Would you start the same 11? Or would you go ahead and bring Denisha Blackwood back? Or would you start Satara Murray? I think Satara Murray deserves a chance to remain on that field. I thought she was excellent. I thought she was absolutely excellent. You know? Football family, you're not missing anything. A bit of treatment being applied to the Costa Rican player, getting a bit of help there. I guess concussion protocol is also available there. Player seems to have hit her head pretty badly there. The stretcher is out. Hope she's okay. Concacaf W Championship semifinal 1 of 2. United States versus Costa Rica. Winner of this Concacaf W Championship will go on to the Olympics, the 2024 Olympics, and will also automatically qualify for the Concacaf Gold Cup, getting ready to kick off in 2024. Seems like player definitely needing a lot of help there. She's still getting some treatment. I'm still trying to see. It seems like it's Rodriguez that is down. Now she's sitting up, which is good to see. Of course, with these head injuries, you want to make sure the player is okay before you move them around. She's sitting up. Seems to be fine. Another Costa Rican player getting some treatment. Yo, I'm like she got elbow in the face or something, because she come like she took her elbow there from Horan. Yeah, look like a daughter go on, yes. Like a daughter go on, like an elbow or collision of the head there also. So a whole heap of things are going. All right, Rodriguez seems to be fine. Sanchez seems to be fine. She's running okay now. She's off the field, getting ready to go around to the touchline to get the green light to re-enter. All right, start the ball game again. Bermudez getting ready to kick off. Goal kick to Costa Rica. Of course, U.S. had the ball in the back of the net, but that was ruled offside, so Iran was offside, so it's still 1-0. Ball is played back Erta to Cook. Costa Rica have to apply some pressure. You can't just let the U.S. have the ball all day. The Lasticas must apply some pressure. Sonnet looking to send it long, is trying to find Horan. Horan getting behind Costa Rican defense. Intercepted by Del Campo. Benavides. Now turn over to U.S. and ball crossed inside by Sonnet, out for a goal kick. Costa Rica cannot just drop off and hope them get our lucky goal. Them cannot do that. I mean, we saw Haiti against the US where the morning Borgella gave Sauerbrunn and Cook fits. I mean, yes, speed was a problem. Speed is an issue, but you have to go and play. You can't just drop off and just allow the US to just score 2 goals, 3 goals. At the end of the day, them just going to score goals. Ball is sent wide to Sonnet on the left side. Sonnet now getting a bit of attention from Gillian. Ball is now with Cook. Sauerbrunn picks it up. All day for US with the ball. Cook sends it wide and out. It's all about the US. All about the US. I'm sure the possession is probably 90% US. All about the US family. Getting ready for Costa Rica. Getting ready for Canada versus Jamaica. Going through the paces. Coach Valverde. I hope Jamaica don't forward and do the same foolishness like Costa Rica right now. Ball is sent all the way back to Sauerbrunn. US had 6 shots and goal. Costa Rica none. One-way traffic, family. Absolutely one-way traffic. Sonnet with the ball. She's under no pressure inside the Costa Rican half. Costa Rica just marking in 2 defensive block. Dropping off. Seems like they're playing a 5-4-1 sort of shape. Ball with Pugh. Blocked up by the Costa Rican players. Then Pugh sends it all the way back to Sauerbrunn. Cook and Sauerbrunn knocking it around. Venegas trying to apply a bit of pressure. Now the ball is with Sullivan. Sullivan with a heavy touch. Picks up by Alvarado. And Venegas trying to get Costa Rica going and fouled by Cook. Venegas still down, waiting to... I guess Costa Rica's strategy seems like keeping it close. 4 minutes of added time. Costa Rica's strategy, family, is just to keep the game close. Keep it close and then go from there. So here comes ball sent long, looking for Sanchez. Headed out by Herta. Picks up by Alvarado. Sends it long, looking for Gideon. Sends it to the box. Venegas almost got behind. And Casey Murphy playing with it. And Costa Rica almost had a chance there. Almost like a Floops goal. Casey Murphy almost giving Costa Rica a chance. So basically the ball came off Herta. And Casey Murphy seems like she was unsure whether to pick it up or not. Playing it with her feet wasn't her strong suit. Throw to Costa Rica. Headed out by the US. Now Costa Rica have it. And Costa Rica now playing the ball all the way back to their goalkeeper, Bermudez. Now ball is with Valenciano. Valenciano picks it up. Looking for knocking. And Bermudez turns the ball over. Gives it right to Alex Morgan. Morgan shot. And how is that not a goal? Sophia Smith, Alex Morgan play her in one-on-one with Bernadez after a bad pass from Bernadez. And Sophia Smith missed it, played it right into the arms of Bernadez. So the thing that I see here that is interesting. The Costa Rican goalkeeper is not good playing with the ball at her feet. But yet, it seems like the instructions are, is to play with the ball at her feet. It's either she can't get the ball long or whatever. But whenever she has the ball at her feet, she struggles. She can't make the passes correctly. And so ultimately, there is a turnover waiting to happen. And so the U.S. recognize this. And so they're trying to apply pressure and force her to turn the ball over. Here comes Costa Rica. U.S. picks the ball up at the top of the... It's backheel into the box. U.S. goal! 2-0. Mary Pugh. Easy like Sunday morning, family. Easy like Sunday morning. US 2. And again, another turnover. Yo, might as well Costa Rica just come out and play a ball. You know, can't one park bus and you can't defend. Might as well just come out and play some ball. I mean, I don't understand the strategy by Coach Valverde. I don't understand the strategy by Coach Valverde. Costa Rica don't understand the strategy, family. Costa Rica 2. Let's talk about Costa Rica 2. US 2, Costa Rica 0. The referee has to change the ball. Almost the end of added time. At this rate, Costa Rica is supposed to get about 5 or 6. And a Costa Rican player, the ball just kick off, and now a Costa Rican player is down. Yo, might as well, referee, just blow it. Halftime. Just blow it. Costa Rican player is down. Let's see who that is. That's Cruz. Cruz is down. Horan is checking on her. Seems like I don't know exactly what happened there. Almost halftime, family. 2-0 the US. US should have been up by about 5 or 6. A lot of missed chances. Alex Morgan missed 2 goals. 2 golden opportunities. Also, Mallory Pugh and Sophia Smith missed goals. You know. Smith restarting play, give the ball back to Costa Rica, and referee is about to blow it for halftime. Halftime. 2-0 US. 2-0 US. Halftime, family. 2-0 US. We're going through the paces, getting ready for the Reggae Girlz versus Canada at 10 p.m. The engineer will join in. You know, he's out in the street. Go on, charge safely, family. Family, your thoughts on the first half if you're watching. Those of you who are watching, the game is on CBS Sports. Also Paramount Plus. Your thoughts on the first half. Also, let's take a look at the Reggae Girlz versus Canada game. Family, what would you do? You can call in. The Zoom number is up. 321-243-0221. What would you do, family? Would you start the same starting 11? Or would you go ahead and bring Denisha Blackwood back in? Denisha Blackwood, her yellow card suspension is over, so she should be available for tonight. I mean, the leading goal scorers in this tournament will face off in this in the Canada versus Jamaica game. Leading goal scorers are Grosso and Kedisha Bonishaw, both with 3 goals apiece. Looking at the stats so far in this tournament, I mean, Bonishaw with 3 goals, Grosso with 3. So the 2 leading goal scorers will face off in this tournament. I personally would not start Denisha Blackwood. After what Sophia Smith did her in that USA game, I would not start her. I would just go on easy. I mean, I think Becky will be looking to exploit the same thing for Canada if Denisha Blackwood does start. So I would just go with the CM team. I would not change that team if I'm Lauren. But we know that Lauren really likes Denisha Blackwood. Let's hear what the family's saying, hear what it's been said on social media regarding this game between Costa Rica and the US. I mean, as expected, the US is leading. I mean, you know, they could have been up maybe 3 or 4 goals. I think Costa Rica's main task of qualifying for the World Cup is already accomplished. They're playing in a defensive setup. Let me get the halftime stats up. Let me get the halftime stats up. Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off in about 2 hours. We're going to do a preview and, you know, take a look at the potential starting lineups for each team. I mean, Christine Sinclair is a huge piece of whatever Canada does. I mean, she's not as fast as she used to be, but one thing she does well is the ability to, make those quick passes, conserve energy, move around, and find the open player. And so Christine Sinclair, the Reggae Girls have to make sure that they account for Christine Sinclair tonight. Take a look at the halftime stat of Costa Rica versus the U.S. And again, to reiterate, the winner of this tournament goes on to the Olympics, 2024 Olympics. The winner of this tournament also will qualify for the first edition of the Concacaf Gold Cup, slated to kick off in the 2024. So there's still a lot at stake. So, the first mission, yes, is to qualify for the World Cup, and the Red Girls have accomplished that mission. But there's still a lot at stake, still a lot to play for. It would be nice to see the Reggae Girls at the Olympics. Of course, that will be valuable match time for the young ladies. And also, it'd be nice to see the Reggae Girls automatically qualify for the first edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. If you're new to the channel, what we do on Ballchat, normally I am one of 3 hosts that coordinate and run this thing. We do wall-to-wall coverage of everything football. This is the summer of women's football, so we're giving the women them time. We're definitely focusing on women's football during the summer. We'll also, but our regular Sunday show, 5 p.m. Eastern every Sunday, will start July 30th as we get ready for club football and preview the upcoming EPL season. All right, let's take a look at the halftime stats. 8 shots on goal for US. One-way traffic, the box cover, as expected. 8 shots on goal for US. 8 shots for the US, 3 on target, 0-0 for Costa Rica. Not one shot, not one on target. 61% possession. Surprising that it's only 61% possession. Passes for the US, 211 passes. They have a passing accuracy of 86%. Costa Rica definitely just parking a bus and hoping for something. I think Costa Rica already accomplished their central mission of qualifying for the World Cup. All right, speaking of the World Cup, let's take a look at the teams that have already qualified for the 2023 World Cup. Let's take a look at those teams that have already qualified for the 2023 World Cup. Of course, FIFA expanded the list of teams to 32 teams for the upcoming World Cup. All right, so the teams that have already booked their place for the World Cup 2023 in Australia and New Zealand. Of course, the co-hosts, Australia and New Zealand, automatically qualify. Japan, South Korea, China, People's Republic, the Philippines, Vietnam, Sweden, Spain, France, Denmark, United States, Canada, Costa Rica, Reggae Girlz, Zambia, Morocco, Nigeria. 18 teams. Let me see if I call this right. 18 teams already booked their places for the 2023 World Cup. Notably here, Germany not booked them place yet. So, those teams will, you expect a team like Germany to make it. Big up to Zambia making the World Cup. Big up to Nigeria. They're ninth qualification, if I'm not mistaken. So Nigeria running in again. But the Reggae Girls, of course, consecutive World Cup qualification. So that is huge. And hopefully that will help, elevate women's football, not just in the Caribbean, and not just in Jamaica, but in the Caribbean on a whole. Haiti is in the playoffs. So Haiti has a chance to be one of another Caribbean nation. And we're rooting for Haiti. I think that Haitian team is a very good team, and they played some very good football in this competition. So Australia, New Zealand, co-host. Japan, big bad Japan. Japan, of course, won a World Cup title. I think that was 2011. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember off the top of my head what year Japan won it, but Japan normally is a good outfit, very good team to watch, very attractive football they play. South Korea, China's Republic, China's People's Republic, the Chinese team of 1999 that lost to the U.S. here in the U.S. I mean, that Chinese team was very good. A big baller, Su Wang, was fantastic in that World Cup. Unfortunately, they came up short. China looking to win their first World Cup. Philippines, Vietnam, don't really expect much from them side. Yeah. Don't really expect much from them. Sweden. So Sweden, I've been watching Sweden in the Euros, and Sweden has been impressive. And they're missing a few players. Sweden has been impressive. So I'm expecting some noise from Sweden in next year's World Cup, providing that players are healthy. Spain seems to be a one-woman side. Alex Putellas, she's injured now currently for the European Championship, and she's missing her. She's sorely missed as Spain lost to Germany in their group encounter in Euros. And Euros, Spain will qualify from that group, but you can see it's a totally different team without Alex Putellas. France is a big side, hands down. Probably the most talented team of this group. I mean, hands down, it's a big side. They beat the Breaks. Who them beat? Kick up what here? I don't remember who they defeated in their first game, but they were impressive. They have so many young players that are Guerrero scored a hat-trick in that game. You have Mallard. I mean, France is a big side. The ultimate, always the elephant in the room with the French team and these French teams is all about unity. Is there any malcontent in the camp? But I do expect this French team to really cause severe problem and maybe even might be the favorite to win this World Cup next year. So this French team is a big team. Denmark, I really don't know what to expect from Denmark. United States, of course, they are the standard bearer, big side, defending champions. They are the standard bearer in the World Cup in this space. But they're going through a transition. The big stars of all, the big stars are phasing out. The Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan is, Carly Lloyd, those players, Alex Morgan is in the squad, but I mean, she's 33 years old. I don't know how much we can expect from Alex Morgan at next year's World Cup. Carly Lloyd, of course, she has moved on. So US is in a transition. The Sophia Simmonds, the Mallory Pughs, the Christy Mears, and the Rose Lavells of the world. We'll have to see if those players can take up the baton. Canada, we're going through looking at the teams that already qualified for the 2023 World Cup. Canada, another question mark for me. It's very talented outfit. I mean, Christine Sinclair is a big part of everything they do. This team is centered around, of course, it's Bev Prisman's coach team. This team is centered around Christine Sinclair. And I know Christine is excellent, 190 goals in all competition. But for me, watching Canada play, Grosso has scored 3 goals. And Grosso, I think, came off the bench in a couple of games. Becky is getting the chances. She's the one who started with Christine Sinclair and Rose. And Sinclair and Becky. And for me, Rose and Becky are a bit wasteful in front of goal. So Canada need to fix that up. As mentioned earlier, Ashley Lawrence is a baller, the left back. And I actually think that Ashley Lawrence can be moved towards a winger. I mean, rather than playing her left back position. Costa Rica, I don't really expect much from Costa Rica in the World Cup. I mean, them just go play them, collect them, rare, and keep it moving. The Reggae Girlz. Reggae Girlz now. Reggae Girlz, this is consecutive World Cup. Reggae Girlz need to we don't know what the group is going to look like. But it would be nice if the Reggae Girlz can come out of the group. And I don't want nobody come calm me down and tell me about big group, blah, 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 blah. The Reggae Girlz is a good team. Of course, there are a lot of external factors that could affect the preparation. I don't see the group. We don't know the group draw, the teams in each group. But my expectation and my hope is that the Reggae Girlz should at least get out of their groups. I mean, this is the second World Cup. It's a very talented squad. As we're seeing substitution being made by the Costa Rican coach. Zambia first, Zambia, Morocco. Zambia, them just happy for that. Nigeria, time for Nigeria make some more nice. Time for Nigeria make some more nice. They are a talented team. Time for Nigeria make some more nice. So those are the teams that already qualified for the 2023 World Cup. Like we said, we're going through the PSS family, getting ready for Jamaica versus Canada, kicking off at 10 p.m. We're taking a look at Costa Rica versus USA, 2-0. Substitutions made by the Costa Rican coach, Alvarado. Let's take a look at who got sub. I mean, we'll give you the substitutions in a minute. Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off at 10 p.m. I think the Reggae Girlz can win this game. I mean, and yes, I am drinking something, but I think the Reggae Girlz can win this game. My only concern is that did they celebrate the World Cup qualification too much? Because of course that was the central objective, is to make it to the World Cup. As we're off in Monterrey, Sophia Smith picks it up, running at the Costa Rican defense, and Alvarado is off. That is surprising, huh? That's a bit surprising. Alvarado is off for Coach Valverde. Yeah, what Coach Valverde I do? I mean, I take off Alvarado. How the box cover going? I'm really surprised by that sub, to be honest with you. Here comes the US. Rose Lavelle in midfield. Costa Rica seems to want to change their approach. Of course, they're down 2-0. So, I mean, it's best to try to have a goal. So what? You get 6, at least you have a goal. Alvarado is off, and Christine Granados is on. 2 substitutions made by the Costa Rican coach Valverde. Chinchilla is also off. And Herrera Monge is also on. So 2 substitutions for Coach Valverde. No substitution for Coach Adonoski. Here comes Mallory Pugh, sends it in the box. Almost an own goal there. Corner kick. Ball ricochet off Rodriguez and out for a corner kick. Yo, Rodriguez I deal with. Corner kick to the US. Mallory Pugh. Football family, we're going to the PS as soon as the starting 11 for the Reggae Girlz drop. I don't get it. Soon as the starting 11 for the Reggae Girlz drop, I don't have it. And we'll just put it up. It's me I deal with it. And again, the question is, would you stick with the CM starting 11? Would you stick with the CM starting 11 that defeated Haiti? Or would you just say, yo, Denisha Blackwood forward back in the team? Personally, Denisha Blackwood, I would just keep the CM starting 11. I would keep Satara Murray. I thought she was fun. She was very impressive in the game against Haiti. Very physical. No nonsense defender. All right, corner kick for the US. Pugh standing over it. Well, hold on. The corner kick now get take yet. The referee will hold up something. All right, now finally, Pugh has been given the green light. Now the corner kick sends in. Ball is sent into the box, headed on, and a foul is called by the referee. Free kick to Costa Rica. Rose Lavelle arguing the call. Rose never fouled nobody yet. Now goalkeeper Bermudez getting ready to restart play. Costa Rica goalkeeper look like she not in a no sort of hurry, family. It come like them all right with the 2-0. What the box cover going around here? No sort of hurry. You know, big up to the engineer out the road. Big up, family. The engineer the other day said that, aka Junior said that, you know, Jamaica should just come play some ball against Canada. I mean, just come play some ball, you know, roll some ball and whatever happen, you know. Don't forward and partner bus like Costa Rica. Here comes the ball has been knocked around by the USA. Ball all the way back to Casey Murphy. Why, yo, absolutely no pressure upon Sauerbrunn in that US defense. No pressure. Now the Costa Ricans drop off into a 5-4-1 or what? 6-3-1 formation. Ball is now sent to Rose. Rose down the flank. Ball into the box. USA at the top of the key. Shot. Blocked and cleared. USA not sharp enough or not moving quickly there to pull the trigger. Trying to see if that was Sophia Smith or Alex Morgan. Ball sent to the box. Horan moved out of the way by the Costa Rican player. Ball back to Rose. Roosevelt chipping it in. Horan headed in and wide. Yo, US is easy like Sunday morning. You know when you play a game and the side that you're playing against don't even believe so them can beat you. So you just go on, just keep around and just score some goals, score 2 goals and just go on easy. I mean, at the beginning of the game, the US started out wanting to play very rapidly. You know, it's almost like a training exercise, so to speak. Goalkeeper Bermudez is getting ready to restart play. Has 2 defenders on each side of the 6-yard box. Now that she's been told to kick it long by the coach, so she sends it long. And a foul there. Yeah, what kind of idiot call that? I mean, that's not a foul that called there. So foul is called by the referee on Rodriguez. Valverde, yo, Coach Valverde, me lose off of you. Lose off of you. Idiot strategy this. I mean, you're going to lose anywhere. Where you come about park bus? I mean, you qualify for the World Cup. Come the moment and play some ball. Ball sent long, looking an overhit all the way out for a throw. Big up to the Ticos family. Big up to Los Ticos family. Gilberto, David, big up yourself, family. Bless up. Really appreciate the family for checking in. Bless up. We are going to go through the PSs and watch this game, yeah. Of course, congrats to the Las Ticas for already qualifying for the World Cup. Here comes USA just knocking. It's moving at a pedestrian pace, family. Costa Rica now applying a pressure. USA is not in any hurry. Ball is now with Roosevelt in midfield. Rose misplayed it. Costa Rica picks it up. Trying to get going is Venegas. Now here the ball is sent wide. Looking for Munga. Herrera. Ball is now cleared out by Senator and out for a throw. Finally, Costa Rica inside the deep inside the US half for the throw. Costa Rica getting ready to take the throw, looking to try to create an opportunity. Throwing. Venegas trying to turn into the box. Finally, but cleared a very good shielding there by Cook and cleared out by the US and out for a goal kick. Football family, soon as the Reggae Girlz starting 11 drop, Avid. Soon as the starting 11 drop, we send it on. Oh no. Ball sent into the box. Headed out. And out again. Costa Rica applying a little bit of pressure there, family. Wait. Costa Rica with a throw in again. Deep into the throw into the box. Roosevelt picks it up. And a free kick is called. Costa Rican player arguing, saying that looks like a dive. That looked divish for real. Family, we're getting ready for Reggae Girlz versus Canada. Soon as this starting 11 drop, and I get it. Soon as the starting 11 drop, going through the paces. Hopefully we'll have Coach Khadij Fishley on to get her thoughts on the qualification. get her thoughts on the Euro and get her thoughts on some women's football, the landscape of women's football. You don't know, we have to talk to the expert when we go through this thing here. Here comes USA. Ball is with Sauerbrunn. Now Costa Rica dropping off again. Sonnet sends it wide. Horan now looks at to find Sophia Smith trying to send it in the box. Cleared out. Looking for Alex Morgan there. Cleared out by Del Campo. Sonnet with it. Getting ready for the Reggae Girls versus Canada, kicking off at 10 p.m. And Owen change. Owen 45 minutes to kick off. Ball sent into the box. Haran picks it up. Now, Rose. Pugh to Haran. Haran back to Rose. Rose back to Pugh. Very good one touch. And a little bit over hit there. Haran looks a bit exhausted. Sub, ref. Haran come off 5 people in field. She looked tired. Definitely looked tired. Football family, if this is your first time checking out Ballchat, really thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Watching women's football, watching the Concacaf W Championship semi-final round matchup. Reggae Girls will take on Canada at 10 p.m. That's a big match. Of course, we're watching Costa Rica versus USA, going through the PSs. The winner of this competition will qualify for the 2024 Olympics. The winner will also qualify for the Concacaf Gold Cup first women's edition in 2024. So a lot to play for. Still a lot to play for. Second and third place will play in ball is sent to Costa Rican player almost in there. Costa Rican player was that Granadas almost in, but couldn't get her touched in. Almost an opportunity. Yo, we need a Costa Rican goal because then this would have livened up the thing. Now, as I was saying, family, the winner of the tournament, just to reiterate, qualifies for the Gold Cup and the Olympics. The winner of the Concacaf W Championship qualifies for both of those tournaments. The second and third place teams going to play in a home and away scenario. The winner of that play-in will go playoff will go to the Olympics, and they will qualify for the Gold Cup. So you don't know, Concacaf rolling out the 2024 Gold Cup first edition to help facilitate the growth of the women's game in our region. We'll also want to talk about the prize money for this competition. It's hard to find information on how much is the prize money for this competition. I mean, how much money does the winner get? How much does the teams get for participating in this competition? I reached out to Concacaf, didn't get anything, still waiting to hear. It's hard to find out exactly what sort of reward, what sort of compensation these players and these teams get for taking part in this tournament. Of course, FIFA doubled the pot, the prize money for the FIFA World Cup. The pot for the prize money for next year's World Cup went from 30 million to 60 million as a total prize money. If I'm not mistaken, in 2019, each team got $750,000 for each first round matchup, and the money increases as it goes along. Ball sent to the box, US, and a sitter. And oh my days, Sophia Smith missed. Yeah, Sophia, come on, 5 people in the field. A sitter across from Horan, put it on a plate from 7 yards out, and I don't know how she missed it. The goal is gaping, and she kicks it wide. Wow, that is unbelievable. An absolute huge miss. I mean, there's no repercussions for that miss anyway. I mean, the only repercussion is that the subs them a warm up. And rightfully so, Megan Rapinoe and Christy Mewes are warming up, are pulling up their socks and getting ready to come into the game. So the coach, and you know, a lot of people bash the US team and but one thing I can say I appreciate about what they do is foster competition in their team. And from what I see, it seems like it's healthy competition. They play for each other, but if a player is not doing well, then next woman up. And that's how you foster a successful environment. If somebody not playing well, then the next person come in and you're supposed to ride and support each other. And I think Sophia Smith is going to get the hook quite soon, because she cannot miss them goal there and stay up on the field. Here comes Costa Rica. Venegas sends it wide, looking for Cruz. The ball is sent wide. Yo, Costa Rica has 2 players in attack, and US have 8 players dropping back on defense. And them one score. Costa Rica not serious about scoring, man. A joke thing this. Substitutions been ready. 3 substitutions been ready by Coach Adanaski. Standing there, you have Naomi Girma, a sister, getting ready to come in. I think I did see Megan Rapinoe also standing there. And I think maybe, is it Christy Mewes? I'll see the names once they enter the game. We'll let you know. Here comes Mallory Pugh running at one, trying to send it into the box. Cleared out by Costa Rica. Costa Rica supposed to have that 6 love right about now. No joke thing, no idling. Costa Rica supposed to have that 6 love right about now. Here comes Pugh again. Pugh looking to send it to Alex Morgan. Morgan miscontrol. Costa Rica comes away with it and quickly turns it back over. And Sullivan with a bad pass to Sonnet. Now USA knocking it around. Back to a pedestrian pace. As soon as the starting 11s are available, as soon as both coaches drop the Reggae Girls and Canada starting 11s, I will let you guys know and put it up, family. Here comes USA knocking it around in the box. Rose Lavelle dancing around, sends it back. Oh, we have got. Come on, I guess. Come on, tired of me talking. So she want. Come say something. Come on, what go on? Ball is shot and go. What go on?
Hey, I'm just joining you to so we can watch the practice match together.
Come on, what you have up there? You have like, what is that? Your screen is your picture from France 2019.
Of course, Benton. I am repping proud and loud today.
Look at you. Where's that? But so we have Havana Sloan, the live wire herself, Mariah Gray, and who that? Lauren Silva.
Yes.
All right. Where's that? I mean, so if you put yourself in Lauren's shoes as you watch a practice game between the US and Costa Rica, would you start Denisha Blackwood tonight or go with the CM11?
I will go with the CM11. We keep on saying this, and it's not a slight on Denisha Blackwood because she's a hard tackler, she's a cruncher, and sometimes a team needs that. But Denisha Blackwood is not a defender. She's either a winger or a midfielder who plays better up the park. What's her name? Murray?
Yeah, Satara Murray. Yeah.
For you to drop Murray into a must-win game, and she came out smelling roses. Come on now. I mean, like, what are you saying? You know, what can you really say? You can't say nothing, man. You have to start. I mean, like, she was consistent, she was strong, and she played an exceptional game. Probably 1 and 2 lapses we can chalk it down to nerves. But what am I going to Rapinoe on the people in pitch?
Yeah, Megan Rapinoe is on for Pew. And what was that? Christy Mewes is also on. Girma is coming on for Cook. So US making wholesale changes. I'm surprised that Sophia Smith don't come off. People and feel. Guys, you saw the goal she missed a while ago.
Sophia Smith have one cut for her, but she never that believe.
I surprised.
I guess I'm gonna try. No pun intended. them are trying for bloody the newbies. So okay, go through, my girl.
Yeah.
Costa Rica is so disappointing. I mean, on a possession standpoint, and I don't think they've had any shots on goal.
No, them not no shots, man. Costa Rica already, them just come for fill take up a spot. Finally, a shot.
Hold a second, but they don't want to skip the playoffs. Wouldn't you want to skip the playoffs and get the first? I want them people, yeah. No.
Yeah, I would think so, but I mean, at least come up and play some ball. The coach had them in a defensive, or have them in a defensive setup. Yeah, park bus and then still I get beaten. What the sense now, park bus?
Put them do one go penalties.
You know. All right, so you said you in your eyes you would have still stick with the same starting 11, even with Havana.
I forgot. Listen, Havana in my picture. No, no. I think Havana is due a good game. As I listened to Coach Price the other day talking on hits 92 or 95 FM or whatever, and he's saying that you want a Havana Sloan in your side. So him couldn't hear me, so me about and say, for what? Havana has been poor the entire tournament, so maybe this is the game that she needs to have a breakout game. I wouldn't start her. I'd put Chiny Lou Asha and pair her with Drew Spence and just marshal the midfield. Because trust me, I think Canada going to have a running game. Even though you have old girl Sinclair, it's kind of hard to lock down Sinclair. And remember, the Swaby sisters have played 90 minutes each game,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
You have to, you have to alleviate the pressure off of the back line. And I think Havana is a liability more than an asset. But yeah, Arapina, give it the ball. Come on, Costa Rica, man.
Yeah, hey, I don't want you to miss with fancy ball, Megan Rapina, all right?
Ball up on the sloppy pass she pass.
No, so Ashley Lawrence, and because if you Ashley Lawrence to me is a dangerous player for Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's not really a left back. She can be a winger. And so how you nullify Ashley Lawrence tonight? Or do you see her as a serious threat?
Of course, she's a serious threat. I mean, if you have watched Canada women's football, you know that she's a threat. So, as I keep saying, if you realize Drew Spence, she did not only go forward, but she was also breaking up plays. And if you watch Chiny Lou Asha when she plays, I mean, like, she cleans up everything. So I'm not saying that Jamaica must be defensive tonight, but we have to, be compact. We can't allow the little lapses. That's why I'm gonna put a Murray. A Murray is big and solid. Compare Murray to Blackwood stature. We need a big, strong girl around here.
Yeah. Jamaica legitimately have a chance. Come on.
Of course, Benton, football is played on the day,
Okay.
right? Remember, and I'm going to drag you into this. Remember, we were so worried about Haiti. Yes, we were hoping for a win, but we never expect a 4-0 victory because Haiti have powerful, sharp players who I think 20 out of the 23 squad play in French League D1, D2. So we were expecting a Marlin. To be honest, let us be fair. Or maybe like a 1-0 Bob Marley lucky win for it. So tonight, all we have to do is play them like overplay Haiti, compact, don't let anything pass through the back line, and we must also be clinical. See, Trudy Carter was clinical. We never really have all the opportunities in our way. Haiti hit the post twice. Then penetrate the backline 4 times. So we just have to take our chances when them come because Canada's strike force is a clinical set of players. Sinclair don't miss. It's rare you have Sinclair go into the 18 and don't score.
Yeah. Before you just brought up Trudy Carter, and you're well aware of the statements or the press release from the Jamaica Football Federation regarding abuse or alleged abuse of Trudy Carter on Instagram. What do you know exactly what Gwanda saw? Because do we know if it was done by the Haitian players, Haitian fans, or who? I mean, what exactly Gwanda saw?
I don't know. I heard it was more disparaging comments more than anything else. I think they're talking about, I think what I hear, and it's not gospel, that somebody created like a fake account on what on the Costa Rica. Somebody created a fake account and just start talk some things about Trudy Carter, which
Okay.
I mean, like it shouldn't happen. But you know, it's just it's kind of out there because
Okay.
we're like, okay, the Haitians look like us, so
Yeah.
I mean, like, what exact? Well, Trudy Carter is light, so maybe she bright, you know. So I don't know what it is that they could have said to her in terms of her complexion, her nationality, right? So I don't know. We never played the Americans, we never played the Canadians. Um, who was racially abusing, Trudy Carter, and I understand that JFF probably don't want to, give them any publicity or whatever. But I mean, like, we're curious. We'd love to know.
Yeah. So they seem to have referred. Well, they said in the statement they referred it to Concacaf, and I suspect Concacaf at some point, will issue a statement. I didn't see anything from Concacaf regarding it. And if it's alleged to be players, then there should be some sort of investigation and so forth. So I guess we just have to watch the ride and see, But like we said, we're born that regardless of whatever scenario where a player get abused online or on the field, we born them thing there. Isn't that David?
Yeah, and it takes away from the whole celebration, the whole excitement. I'm not saying that, people should not be upset that it happens, but I'm like, it was just, I was taken aback at how big the JFF really made it. So, if Trudy Carter must keep her head up. She helped her team qualify, historic qualification back to back, to the World Cup. So she can't allow people to get into our space and kind of turn our head, in any way. So I should just need for us, keep our head down, work, and just make our money.
Yeah. Not that you aren't great, but is the fancy coach Big Bad Khadij Fisher joining us tonight?
You're the third person to talk about my sister better than me, and I really don't appreciate it.
If
I
I
don't know.
message her myself and
Yeah,
stop
yeah, yeah, yeah.
go through the messenger.
Yeah, yeah, she's going to join us now, but we're trying to figure out some sponsorship, wranglings for her team because the main sponsor give us 6 for 9. So we're trying to sort it out so we don't forfeit the Rainers Cup tournament. So
Okay,
she kind
okay.
of
So
get knock it
def-
up before night.
okay, definitely want to talk to her about the Reynolds Cup and get some information on the upcoming games and what exactly are going on and just get the word out so the fans them can go forward and support the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know. All right, so 2-0 USA leading Costa Rica. It should have been 5 or 6 by now. Um, there's a segment of the U.S. population, a U.S. soccer fan base, soccer fan base, a football fan base who have an issue with this team. They talk about spying at the team and they might watch Euros and they're seeing France look very impressive. Them say England look impressive and them not seeing them American side look as wassy as they normally do. Do you share that concern?
You just said the score should be 5-0, and yet we're at 2. Why? Because they're not as clinical as an England squad or a France squad. And frankly, this team is not as good as previous team. But look at the players. You have new players. If you which player on the pitch or on the bench you remember going in She Believes tour or the World Cup? Yeah, Rapino. Press is out because Press injured, right? Although I never pick her ear. Alex Morgan, so the team is new. So it's just like the US men's national team where them get a whole bunch of players and they have to play a whole bunch of games before they kind of started to win things and start to look good. So that's it, probably give them some time. I just don't understand why people complain. The team, they're winning the games, right? They're unbeaten in their group. They're basically or practically going to win the championship
Well,
because
Jamaica still there. We are talking about practically, basically.
okay, all right then, we're teaming it. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna wrestle out the cup or the championship out of our hands. But anyways, um, so the team, you have pretty much young players. So you have to
Yes.
give them some time to kind of gel and well, what's that call about? You know? So they have to look, all right, then the new star, Sophie Smith, that everybody talking about, she whatever, she's not clinical. Look at this
Yes,
foolishness.
yes, yes.
But
Sophia,
but but look at this madness. She kicked the Costa Rican player that is on the ground,
yeah.
completely missed the ball. What should I argue about?
Yeah, but all right, so Sophia Smith is not clinical against Costa Rica, but she looks a clinical against Jamaica.
Everybody except Italy looks in it. Well, not Mexico. Listen, let me tell you. I think with Jamaica's football, the football game, it was more mental than anything else. And I
Okay.
think that's what like big teams do. They play on people's come on, Costa Rica, psychological, issues. So I think Jamaica's the football game was lost before it even blew the first whistle.
Okay.
That's what I think. And
Yeah.
then and I think if you look at Lauren's selection, because there's no way on earth you could have the best player from the first game, Drew Spence, right?
Yes,
Not
yes, yes.
start for the US team because he knows I'm a rest our the Haiti game, which he know in him head that if we're going to lose the USA game, if we get them a one at Bob Marley is
Yeah.
good. But if we lose it, Haiti game is a must win, and I'm going to need Drew Spence's legs for 90 minutes. So
Yeah.
I think you could see it. So the mindset, maybe him talking to the locker room, say it wasn't, they weren't really on top of their game. So that's just how it is. I can bet you if this USA team meet France, as a matter of fact, them probably couldn't even beat Italy, and Italy was poor to the versus
No,
Iceland.
you gone too far now. You
What when
gone
I say
too
that,
far.
yeah, but this is mental, something I say. So them can beat up the minnows now because them might get themselves together and them are the best team in a Concacaf. But when you put them against like a bigger team, you're not gonna get the quality. So I'm not really impressed with Sophie Smith. I am sorry. She's young, she needs some more grooming. Same thing with your girl Mallory Pugh. Mallory Pugh, star
Yeah,
of
yeah.
USA. And then when Mallory Pugh got Man City, it was like, who? So it just players just need to grow. And I think the US fan base just needs to allow the players to grow. And I think they'll be ready because they have the money that they're going to play everybody because I think they're going to play Nigeria in September.
Yes,
So the
yeah.
friendlies are piling up. So they're going to start gelling and getting better and improving.
Yeah, yeah. And this French team is a brown dog team, big side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which game. So I didn't watch them today against Belgium. I followed the game. I didn't watch the game, but I saw them in their first game of the tournament. And I you remember who they played in that first game?
Hold on.
Italy.
It no
And
wait there. Hold
yes,
on. What
and
play? Belgium. Hold on. Belgium are gonna play Iceland. No, Belgium are gonna play Italy, and France are gonna play. Okay, go on.
yeah, they play Italy, and the game was over in what, about 30 minutes. The way they walk around Italy. So I think if I have to pick a World Cup favorite right now, this French team and the England side look
Mm.
like the two big dogs in this space. And
Um,
talking to the American fans, they some of them agree with that. They're very much worried because you don't know them want to win the World Cup again.
not against Germany. I mean, not against Germany. Germany strong. Germany really really strong. The French team, they're really really good. The you know, all areas of the pitch they have covered. So it was good. My only question is if Wendy can come my ear, but that's for another show.
big up,
So
big up to Wendy Renard. Big her up, big her up.
Wendy miss a penalty today. She miss a penalty, and then she missed the wide open empty goal, but she slips anyways. But even with that, they were dominant. They kind of, they held Belgium. But I really and truly think that Germany is really, really strong. England is okay.
So, man, actually, I'm football family. We're going through the PSs. We're getting ready for the Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off in about an hour and 22 minutes. Soon as the starting 11 drop, we'll have it for you guys. We'll have it up. We're watching this USA versus Costa Rica game. USA is leading 2-0. Talking to my sister, my wonderful family. Kadish will join us later. Hopefully, Camon is on the phone right now. Hopefully we get some real football.
Camon is the second best, apparently.
Yes. Some days we have a place number 2. All right.
1 or 2, few.
But so regarding this England team now, Nikita Paris. What exactly is going on with Nikita Paris? Any word on? I am a huge fan of hers, and it just seems to me that she's not as dominant as I thought she would. Of course, a lot of people say I don't know about game, so I mean, but what's your take on Nikita Paris and lack of
goals, assists, shots?
Yeah.
Benton, sometimes players have bad seasons, bad drought spells. So the thing is we see our quality, we know our quality. She's good, and I think if she gets more minutes, maybe she will play. Because if you look at the games that them have coming up, for what, England, Norway, with even that big score, 0 goals, 0 assists, no shots. She did play though. Never know she played. But in Switzerland versus England, she played 15 minutes, no shots. So it's like if you give strikers 15 minutes, 9 minutes, like we expect them to do, be magicians.
Yeah.
But I think she's just having a rough spell. But when she was on fire, you saw the quality. So, I don't think. Hold on there. Our Costa Rica though. First cross my box in an 88 minutes. Yeah, so I think she's just having a drought. But I think if she remains healthy and she gets the minute, I think she will be good enough at the World Cup.
Sophia Smith's day is done. She missed about 3 or 4 goals for the US tonight.
Yeah, man. She forgot practice, man.
Yeah, man. She need to go practice. Is that Trinity Rodman?
Lord have mercy. Costa Rica get about 6 more. And then you talk about Nikita Paris now. Nikita Paris is going to Manchester United. So, hopefully the change of environment will kickstart, our pump, our scoring boost.
Yeah. Christy Mewis is also on, and Roosevelt is off. So I guess it would be nice to see. Trinity Rodman is a goal scorer, as you would know. I mean, and it would be nice to see her get some more serious minutes, because if Sophia Smith is missing these easy chances, one would expect Trinity to really push, unless Sophia is dominant in practice.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, but we know this. You have some. I swear, Havana must be a beast in training. So you have, practice baller and game time baller. Or maybe the coach like Sophie Smith more. Maybe she take telling. Maybe she do what the coach want her to do. Maybe she play a certain way.
Yeah. Football family, we're getting ready for the Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off. You have any predictions for tonight? I mean, for this game, do you think the Reggae Girlz may have partied a little bit too much? I see videos with Lauren Donaldson do some local dancing. I don't even know what that is. I mean, could we act like we've been there before?
Listen, we have been there before, but it was history in the making, don't it? Back to back. So the excitement is real. Maybe we can equal a 2-1, victory over Canada. If we party at Canada, party at too, because they're excited.
Yeah, but I mean, Canada has been there before. I mean, Atlanta Primus. I mean, where did they find her? Come on. She had played some good ball in that midfield for the Reggae Girlz.
Quietly making her name. Hey, I was telling somebody that our player match up to her name.
Yes, exactly. What do we need to do to keep Canada quiet? Just keep Christine Sinclair quiet.
Not only Christine Sinclair, and that's the thing too. Just like how Jamaica always tries to pass the ball to Khadija Shaw, Canada don't do that. Canada share the ball and pass the ball around. The thing is this, the problem with Canada is the 18. Once they're in the 18, it's anybody's ball game. So what we have to do is limit the opportunities in the 18. If we can lock shop, not really lock shop, because we're not part no, but if we can limit Canada's interaction in the 18, in around the 18, we should have an opportunity.
Yeah, but Canada have one bug baller, Becky.
To Becky.
Becky is a bug. In fact, Becky is Canada's version of Sophia Simit tonight. I mean, she has missed so many chances. And so, in terms of leading goal scorers in this tournament, it's Khadija, Bonnie, of course, and Grosso for Canada.
Yeah, the tie.
Yeah, 3-3. And Grosso not even start. And Becky, I get a bag of chances and I miss them. So,
make we see.
So
make we see Canada on a bug side. So let us see.
Yes. Well, Becky is a bug. Canada is not a bug.
I know the funniest thing. She might have a breakout game.
This is
a
true.
breakout game.
This is true.
Tonight.
Yeah, man. Before I let you go, because I know say you want to go relax before the game start. The Concacaf Gold Cup in 2024. A lot of people don't know about this, but the Concacaf, announced recently that they will start the first edition of the Women's Gold Cup. I mean, speak to how big that is for the development of the game, for the women's game in this region.
I am excited about any opportunity that women get to play football. For our girls, it would be huge for our girls to be on the world stage, because everybody go and watch the Gold Cup. It would be huge our girls to be on the world. I mean, it leads to so many opportunities. It leads to scholarships. It leads to contracts. It just leads to our girls becoming real good footballers. My problem is this now, that we don't have a pipeline. We don't have a way to get the players streamlined into the system. Because what are we going to do? And this is no slight on Becky Spencer, because I wax political about poetic, when it comes to Becca Spencer. But there's no way we are supposed to go out there and recruit a 31-year-old goalkeeper. We're supposed to have goalkeepers in the U15, U17, U20, pool, even sitting on the bench for the experience. Now, knock your girl, Sydney.
Because I was just about to say you have a young goalkeeper on the bench.
No, I'm not. Yeah, and you have Yasmin or whatever. But what I'm saying is this: Becky is 31, and we went out there when we got her, and we made her our number one goalkeeper. But in essence, we're supposed to have our pipeline. It's the same thing. We don't have any players that we can point at from the recently concluded U17 or U20 tournament to say, all right, then these players are ready to make the move. So what we're going to continue doing is go there and find the players who can't represent other countries to come. I have no issues with that, but I'm saying that we have to make sure that we give the players back home a reason to play football. Because why would you want to play? Why would you want to, ask mommy for the last $1,000 to go practice, or take the bus, take the taxi to go to training way up? Because even for my sister's team, you have players who come from St. Thomas to come coach at St. Catherine. African player. So you want to give that player an additional incentive as to why you should, put all your effort and your time into this. So I am excited about more competitions, but then we are also worried about how are we going to survive. The Reggae girls are going to need to fundraise again. We're going to need GoFundMe so we can send them there. So I worry about the structure, but I'm excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, to get more. And I actually see players at the youth level who I'm excited about making the try. I think Tiny is ready. In fact, Tiny is supposed to get some ball games soon as,
Tiny is ready, but what is Tiny doing now? What is after Tiny leave the competition? What is Tiny doing now?
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
You see what I'm saying? It's just like I said with our girl Kelly, who's going to college.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks. If it wasn't for the Rainers Cup tournament, what would she be doing now? There's no league, no competition, no nothing for her to play now. So when she got to college, she's fit and ready and sharp. So the opportunities are not there, and that is where they need to fix.
Yeah. So what's the latest that you hear regarding the league? The starting of the women's league.
I heard it was supposed to start in September, but we haven't heard anything else. I know they're talking about schoolgirl football resuming when schools start back. So those are two things that we've heard in the pipeline, but we haven't gotten any tangible information.
Okay. All right.
But then again, Kadish would be the best person to talk to you about it.
All right. So when Kadish are forward, because right now, the US game soon drop. It's Costa Rica bug side.
You mean US training session?
US training session. Absolutely training session. Really appreciate the family them who are watching. The funny people them are watching the training session with me. Big up on yourselves. Thank you so much for watching the training session. 98 minutes. What is them? I'm add what? 4 minutes of stoppage time here.
Ref wicked.
2-0 US is leading. The starting 11 should drop in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Lauren supposed to release him starting 11. I'm gonna hear what Coach Lauren Donaldson have to say. Camon said she would run the CM starting 11. I fully agree. I would run the CM starting 11 because right now I think Denisha Blackwood have Sophia Smith in her head after that massacre. So I would start the CM 11. Satara Murray deserves to be on that park tonight.
Yeah, man. She was solid. She was solid. You can't take it away from her. And we love Denisha Blackwood because she has been, there. You call her a veteran. We have to call her spade a spade. Move her further up the park to mash up the Canada liquor attack because she's good up there. She's good on the wing. She has speed. As I said, she's not afraid to go into the challenges. So we need a player like that. I think Denisha Blackwood, Chanilu Asha, and Drew would be good in the midfield.
Jody Brown, your thoughts on how she's young playing big people football right now. It almost seems like what I gather from her. Is it your thoughts on how she's doing? She need a little bit more muscles on that bone. I mean,
yeah, man. Jody needs some courage. Not only that, Jody needs to work on her finishing. I mean, she fast. She read the game well, but you need a striker that was in the box 9 out of 10 times. Well, 9 out of 10 times, but at least a 50% chance will score. She missed some easy chances with her finishing, and it's not the first time. This is not the first tournament you see Jody not being clinical. And Jody has been playing for a minute, playing big woman football for a minute. So her finishing should be better. She was one of the fittest players on the pitch because we had a fitness issue. She had no issues running and defending. When I see Jody run a back, I wonder if she had run a back. But I think if Jody, works on her finishing, gets some more muscle, nobody can hold her.
Yeah. And what year is she now at Florida State? What, second or third year? Is that?
But should that Florida should win the championship win? I think Jordan leave.
Yeah, and it's reconnecting. Hold on a second, reconnection, OBS crash. Sorry about that, family. OBS, the software that we're streaming on, crashed. So now we're officially reconnected. Sorry about that, family. Now we're back. Yeah, go ahead, come on. Regarding the season of Jody Brown, I try to remember because I know they went all the way to the NC2A playoff.
They won.
They won.
Yeah, but look from when that back, if anything, such an field, what kind of long season you talk about? Remember the players, they were who not upon holiday or whatever. I think the player who we can say must be tired would be Trudy Brown. Not Trudy Brown, Trudy Carter.
Yeah, Trudy Carter.
Because Trudy league is still going on. Yeah. And them actually play yesterday and win 2-1.
Okay, yeah. USA score again, finally. Finally, them score again. And the ref, 4 minutes of added time and the ref out to blow it off. I'm so excited when the USA is scoring. Ashley Sanchez with the goal. 3-0 for Uncle Sam. Regarding Chenlu Asha, she lost, is our place, I just bench for Rob from now on with the impressive display by Atlanta.
I don't agree. I think she's an integral part of the squad. She's a worker, and sometimes you want a busy bee in the middle. And I rate her, but you can't take away from Primus. Primus is doing well. How do you pull a player who has been doing well?
You can't.
I mean, or you penalize a player from going out there and doing them job. You can't.
Yeah.
So it's just the luck of the draw. It's just the luck of the draw. Such, Asha probably some on the bench are over Primus have a bad game, but it don't work out that way. So unless Lauren is going to change up the players because he wants some rest because she has been playing significant minutes. So that's the only way. But you can't pull her because of performance because she has been solid.
Yeah, but the thing that surprised me though, come on, is the fact that she was named in the starting 11 from day one, match day one in this tournament, in this competition, this final round over Chenlu Asha. I mean, I wasn't aware of Atlanta coming into this tournament, and not that I am aware of all the players. You know way more than I do. So I was just shocked how she just came out of nowhere to me and just walked straight into the 11.
She not walk straight in the 11. Remember that they had camp, right? Remember they had camp, and they have them training sessions.
Right,
and they had scrimmage games, right? So in Colorado. So, if you're a coach, right? Yes. You have a veteran and a youngin and a newbie. And the newbie come and show up the veteran. Are you going to play the veteran just because it's a veteran? You play the better player in that position. And that's just what happened. Because there's no way on earth you have a player like Asha who went with you all the way to qualify in the last qualification rounds, went with you to World Cup, played well at the World Cup, stick with you through all the hullabaloo, now get no peer. Now, you understand me? Go through all the foolishness, stick with the colors, and then now you just say, all right, then a new player. And Asha isn't injured. So it has to be the better player on the day for the coach at all times. And I like that. You have to listen. I like when a position is deep, where competition is stiff, where you just don't hand somebody a starting role just because. I like it. So Asha, I figure just pull up our socks and knock out Primus out of the spot.
Tiffany Cameron is missing from this squad. I mean, do you see her coming back in down the road? There should be room for Tiffany, right?
Yeah, I think there is room. Someone said she was injured.
Okay.
Maybe that's why she was left off. That's what I heard. She was left off the roster. So, that tells you that she's in the coach's plan. So if she wasn't injured, she would be in the plan. And Tiffany Cameron is someone who you need in a side like this. Same thing. I am wondering if Marla Sweatman is going to regain a spot in the squad as well. Because I really think that she is also solid.
Yeah, but where would you put her? Where would you
On
put
the bench.
the bench is but so big. I mean,
But listen, but there are players on the bench who not get 1 minute or get 2 minutes or whatever. Maybe a Marla can contribute more than that. But you always have to have a strong bench. It's just like, Coach Price and Justin, they were arguing on Facebook the other day when comments say the USA commentator say Jamaica bench not as strong as the USA, or something like that. And in essence, them, they were being biased, but it wasn't even a lie. So you at all times for competition want the strongest starting 11, and you also want the strongest bench. So if you have players on your bench where can always change your game, if you put out 11, because you never know, Benton. Sometimes you go out there and you put out your best 11, and 5 minutes there's an injury, and you need somebody to go in there and complete the next 85 minutes, 85 plus minutes. Then you want the best persons, and that's what you always try for: the best bench and the best starting 11.
all right, and I agree with you 100. I know it's a different mindset. I know there are different coaches. Vin, when he had this team, the Days sister were part of the setup. They look like, I think one of them played in one of the games. I'm trying to remember, in the first round, and she was very good in midfield. But now it's a new coach, and it looked like, I think it's Michaela Days. And I think she is out in the cold now because, and to me it's weird because she looked like a player in that game, in the game that I saw with him. So you have her, Mal. I would much rather call her than Marla Svetman right now. I probably would take Marla as kind of a mentor, some sort of a veteran. It's a place had a coaching support staff. This may deal with, but not.
She would have to be an unpaid intern.
Yes, unpaid intern. How about that?
Because JFF not have no money for them. The Reggae Girls don't have no money for them. There's something there. I mean, listen. At this point, nobody should question Lauren because for you to come in and take over the team and reach us, so it's like all of it for just long and us watch him go through.
I see right now, next time we have Lon on the show, hopefully it will be soon after this tournament. I'm asking some questions. The time when nobody knows a question, Lon. Can we have... It's 9:01. Time to get these starting 11s drop because, they should be out now. Time to get ready for the...
It's not out.
It's not out. Okay, it's not out. Well, people have moved slow, so on. Let me check if Canada start.
Them want Canada drop them lineup first.
Yeah.
Hold on, CTR, it is in. So the lineup.
Yes.
So the lineup: Rebecca Spencer, Jada Hilton Pelea, Alison Swaby are the captain, Satara Murray, Denisha Blackwood, Havana, Chiny Lou, Drew Spence, Trudy Carter, Jody Brown, Kayla McCoy, and the bench is loaded. The bench is loaded with Sydney, Samson Swaby, Bailey Shaw, Van Zanten, Bailey Gale Primus, Sade Gray, and Jameson.
All right, so what going around here now? What's the situation? Is this a situation where we are saying we just go and relax? Because what kind of starting 11 this? How Bonnie Shaw up on the bench?
Well, so Bonnie Shaw is machine. She's not tired.
Well, we don't want to win. She's the leading goal scorer.
Well, listen. Maybe she can come on and change the game. This is interesting. This is an interesting lineup. So Denisha Blackwood are gonna play on what? On the right side, and put a Murray in the middle. Cause hold on there, one of the three of them sit down. Okay, all right. Chantal sitting.
Let me get this.
Interesting.
Let me get
send it
this.
to you.
Yeah, may have it up here now.
Yeah, have it. You take it on a good camera.
Yeah, may have it up. It's posted on Twitter. All right, Rebecca Spencer in goal, Jade Hilton Pelea, Alison Swaby, So Tara Murray, Denisha Blackwood, Havana. Boys, Havana, can I get Jamie?
Havana must be a beast in training.
He must be a beast in training. Must be a beast. Wow, what the box cover going on? Interesting. Absolutely interesting. So Chenlu Asha comes in for Atlanta. I don't like this Chenlu Asha over Atlanta thing right here. So I don't like it. I do not like it.
Asha is just as good. Stop it.
No man, Asha Diaz has gone right now. Canada's 11. Let's see what Coach Bev roll out for Canada. I think I have Canada is Canadian 11 here. I'm trying to get this up. So, any surprises in the squad? I mean, for you, come on.
No.
Mm-mm. So, Denisha Blackwood, because I would bench her.
Yes.
Okay, so Chantel Swaby is not playing.
But remember, she well rested. So I remember said Blackwood is well rested. So we're supposed to can get a good 80 minutes out of her shutting down. Hey, who up on our side? Can you have a fast speed somebody up on our side? She just did.
Yeah, so I think that's Becky's side. Becky would normally be on that. Well, no, is it?
Well, let us hope Becky have a bad game.
Yo, we get this Canada lineup up there because Coach Lauren pulling a couple of too much party are going and drink too much rum. So Canada has Sinclair, Sheridan, Buchanan, Quinn, Rivera, Lawrence, Scott, Giles, Becky, and Fleming. That's the Canadian starting 11. Let's get the Canada starting 11 up. Let's get it up. By the way, come on, we have to take a pause for a little bit. I need to step away for a little bit.
Yeah, me too. So we come back with Kadish, come on.
Can you talk to the people while I step away?
Oh, me? What am I talking to say?
Just a step away. People, may I step away for 1 minute. I'll be right back. Mic check. We're back in that place. Getting ready for Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off in 52 minutes.
All right. So we'll come, and Kadisha come back on.
Okay, so the starting 11 is up. Let me get them up again. Where's the yard jump off and Kadisha jump on?
No, Tori, we're jump off. We have a meeting.
All
We're
right.
trying to see what the sponsor. All right, cool. Bye.
All right, cool. Big up to the family. Football family getting for the Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off in 51 minutes. The starting 11 for the Reggae Girlz. Coach Lauren Donaldson going with Rebecca Spencer in goal. Jada Hilton Pelia in defense. I think she starts in that right back position over Wilshire. Alison Swaby wears the captain's armband. Satara Murray is also in the center back position. Denisha Blackwood returns to the left back position. Havana Sloan, Chinlu Asha, Drew Spence in that midfield. Trudy Carter on the left, Jody Brown on the right. They will probably interchange. Kayla McCoy is leading the line. Of course, in Lauren Donaldson's team, Kayla McCoy dropped into in a creative role. Football family, what's your prediction? Does the Reggae Girlz defeat Canada tonight? I just want to reiterate, there's a lot at stake. We'll get the Canadian starting 11 up in a second. Let's get the Canadian starting 11 up. Send on the predictions, family. Send on the predictions. Of course, we just saw the U.S. defeated Costa Rica 3-0. U.S. is on to the final. Just to remind listeners, the winner of this tournament achieved two objectives. A, they booked their spot to the 2024 Olympics, and B, they booked their spot to the inaugural Concacaf Gold Cup in 2024. So a lot at stake still for these teams in this competition. Concacaf is rolling out a Women's Gold Cup starting in 2024. So the winner of this tournament booked their spot to that tournament. Another thing, the second and third place teams in the tournament, of course, the runner up and the third place team will go out in a playoff scenario, home and away playoff scenario. The winner of that encounter will go to the 2024 World Cup and 2024 Olympics, and also will go to the 2024 Gold Cup. We're seeing images live from Monterrey, Mexico. They're watering the grass. Canada getting ready for Canada versus the Reggae Girlz, kicking off in about 49 minutes. The engineer Junior will jump on soon. Big up yourself, family. Engineer saying we'll jump on soon. Your thoughts on the starting 11, family? See you running in. Big up. If you're new to Ballchat, I really appreciate you guys joining us. Big up. Thank you for joining us. This is a football show. It's a space where we discuss anything and everything football. Consider subscribing. It's a free way to support the channel and turn on that notification. Reggae Girlz tonight, can make it one better. It would be nice. We already, all the four teams in the semi-final round booked their place to the FIFA World Cup. All the four teams. So Costa Rica, USA, Canada, and the Reggae Girlz all booked their place to the World Cup. So, if the Reggae Girlz can make it to the Olympics and book their place to the Gold Cup, this would be another huge accomplishment for this team, for this outfit. So, more things to do for the Reggae Girlz tonight. I mean, let's get these images lined up. At coach, see if usually when let's see if we do this. Football family getting ready for Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off in a few minutes. We're 47 minutes away from kickoff. We have the starting 11. And seems like I'm seeing some slow stream interruption there. Stream quality. I hope I'm not tripping out. And any of these platforms, I don't know if I have to restart and stop and restart the stream. I've been going pretty long, but let's see. If the stream stop, family, I'll just restart and start again. On my end, it's coming through good, but sometimes we're having some tripping out issue. All right, so the Canadian coach Bev Prisman is going with Sinclair, Sheridan. Sinclair is the captain. I mean, Christine Sinclair, leading goal scorer for Canada, has scored what? 190 goals. Sinclair, Sheridan, Buchanan, Quinn, Rivera, Lawrence, Scott, Giles, Prince, Becky, and Fleming. That's the Canadian starting the lineup. Again, the winner of this game will go on to the final. They will play the U.S. in the final. The U.S. defeated Costa Rica 3-0 earlier in the first semifinal. The winner of this competition will book their place to the Concacaf Gold Cup in 2024, Concacaf Women's Gold Cup. As we're seeing images of the Reggae girls, you know, on the grass, warming up, going through the paces, family, getting ready. Are you surprised by the starting 11, family? You see you running in. Big up to the family. Are you surprised by the starting 11? That coach Lauren Donaldson, Chantel Swaby's out, Bunny Shaw is out, Atlanta Premise is out. You know, so there are some changes. Denisha Blackwood comes back in. Tierney Wilshire is also out. So 4 changes for Coach Bunny Shaw. Kayla McCoy gets a chance to lead the line. Jody Brown, Trudy Carter also start. Drew Spence, baller, keeps her place. I thought she was fantastic. Asha comes in. Chinlu Asha comes in for Atlanta. Havana Sloan regains her position. Denisha Blackwood returns after her yellow card suspension. Satara Murray, she was fantastic in the game against Haiti. So Satara Murray gets a start, gets another start, and Alison Swaby wears the captain's armband. Football family getting ready for kickoff. Engineer will join in as soon as he can. He will join in in a few minutes. Let's see what time the engineer say my jump on. Engineer will soon join in because the Monday is the prognosticator. I'm also going to go ahead and see if I can get some better images of the starting 11. I know CONCACAF usually release, you know, their version of the starting 11, which usually have a little less, you know, color issues, you know. So once those things drop, then we'll run them out. And just to remind listeners, teams that already have booked their place to the World Cup. 18 teams already booked their place. Australia, New Zealand as co-hosts. Japan, South Korea, China, People's Republic of China, China's People's Republic, the Philippines, Vietnam, Sweden, Spain, France. France looked like a big side as usual. Just watching them in the Euros. Denmark, United States, of course. Family, we're having some issues with OBS. OBS crashed, so that's why the stream stopped. So my apologies, family. If OBS keep acting up, we have to go figure out something else with this thing here. But I was going through the teams that already qualified for the 2023 World Cup. Australia, New Zealand co-hosts. Japan, South Korea, China's People's Republic, Philippines, Vietnam, Sweden, Spain, France, Denmark, United States, Canada, Costa Rica, Jamaica, the Reggae Girlz, Zambia, Morocco, Nigeria. 18 teams, of course, 32 teams. The field has expanded to 32 teams for this coming edition of the World Cup. The prize pot has also gone up to 60 million, increase from 30 million. So there's some money on the table to make. The starting 11 for both teams. Concacaf second semi-final getting ready to kick off in about 31 minutes. Coach Lauren Donaldson's going in with Rebecca Spencer in goal. Jada Hilton Pelia, Alison Swaby, Satara Murray, Denisha Blackwood, Havana Sloan, Chenlu Asha, Drew Spence, Trudy Carter, Jody Brown, and Kayla McCoy rounds out the starting 11. For Canada, Coach Bev Prisman going with Sinclair, Sheridan, Buchanan, Quinn, Rivera, Ashley Lawrence, Scott, Giles, Prince, Becky, and Fleming. And Ashley Lawrence can be a handful tonight. So we have to keep track of Ashley Lawrence because she is a dangerous player playing that left back position for Canada. Just to remind listeners, USA defeated defeated Costa Rica 3-0. Costa Rica should I get about 10, just to put it bluntly. Costa Rica was not good. They turned up in a defensive setup. Las Ticas did not show up to play ball. Them just want park bus and do a thing in the night, yeah. But Costa Rica is one of those teams that's already booked their place to the World Cup. So mission accomplished. Congrats to Las Ticas. Reggae Girlz, again, there's some things to play for as the teams are out going through their warm-ups. Olympics, 2024 Olympics. You know, the winner of this tournament goes to the Olympics. So that's one task. The second and third place teams in this tournament will go into a playoff or play home and away situation. And the winner of that playoff goes to the Olympics. And the winner of that playoff also qualifies for the 2024 Women's Gold Cup inaugural edition. So there's more things to play for in this business, yeah. Getting ready, 29 minutes as I go? Or is it 38 minutes away from kickoff? Getting ready for counting down to kickoff between the Reggae Girlz versus Canada. Getting this thing up over there. So, prediction, family. Put your predictions in the chat. Big up to the family. See you. Put your predictions in the chat, family. Does the Reggae Girlz win this game? Can the Reggae Girlz win it? Can the Reggae Girlz score goals without Bonnie Shaw? Bonnie Shaw is tied for the leading goal scorer in this competition, along with Grosso of Canada. Grosso is on the bench. Oh no, Grosso is on the bench. So both coaches having the leading goal scorers on the bench, both for this competition. Grosso and Bonnie Shaw have scored 3 goals apiece. So interesting to see at what time, at what minute do they introduce those respective players. Getting ready for the Reggae Girlz. We're just going through the PSs right now. Engineer Junior will join us in a bit and get his thoughts on the game. We'll also speak to Coach Khadij Fishley and get some update on domestic women's football. They have a competition currently ongoing and called the Reina's Cup. We'll get her thoughts on the Reina's Cup and get her thoughts on her team's performance and outlook for the remainder of the tournament. So going through the PS's family official prediction. What you guys think will happen? I really appreciate everyone for joining in and staying with me. And let's see the formation here. Formation that at least Fox or CBS has the Reggae Girlz formation as 3-5-2. I don't think so. No. Yo, I think them people are just a CBS is a throw out formation just for short formation's sake. I mean, they have Denisha Blackwood in midfield, you know, as a double pivot. So I don't know. We'll see once the game starts. How this is all about Drew Spence, right? In terms of Jamaica go as Drew Spence goes, you know, in my estimation. If Drew Spence balls, then the Reggae Girlz will have a legitimate chance to win this game. If Drew Spence is shut down, then the Reggae Girlz have serious problem. If Scott and Girlz are able to keep Drew Spence on the wraps, the Reggae Girlz have a serious problem tonight. So for me, the Reggae Girlz go as Drew Spence go. She was outstanding in the game against Haiti. It's a different level of competition now. Now you're going up against the creme de la creme of Concacaf, you know, in terms of, you know, in terms of Canada, of course, is second best to the US. In fact, I think in a recent encounter, Canada, I'm trying to remember if Canada did defeat the US in a recent encounter. But going through the PSs, getting ready for the Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off in a few minutes. And if the stream drop, family, just bear with me. We had some technical issues earlier. I had some technical issues with OBS, which is the platform that I'm streaming on. I will go ahead and reconnect if the stream drop. I mean, it's coming through clean now. Really, thank you for joining us. Send on your predictions, family. Send on your predictions. Reggae Girlz versus Canada kicking off in about 32 minutes or so. Still a lot to play for. My question is, did the Reggae Girlz party too much? Did the Reggae Girlz party too much? Did the Reggae Girlz party too much? You know, of course, the Reggae Girlz celebrated the qualification to the World Cup. Saw images of our video images of one Mr. Lauren Donaldson doing some dancing. You know, congrats, big up to Lauren. You know, did a wonderful job coming in. At the last minute, and you know, and how is the vibes around this qualification? I mean, when the Reggae Girlz qualified for the 2019 World Cup, there was a lot of excitement. I mean, you know, people were over the moon. The vibes was up. I am not sure I'm getting the same sort of sentiments now, and I hope I am wrong. I don't know if this has something to do with the Vin Blaine situation where the players, you know, revolted against the previous coach. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but you know, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully the family is running in and supporting the Reggae Girlz 100, you know, because the players, regardless of what has transpired, the Reggae Girlz has gone on and done something that no other team in the Caribbean has done. You know what I'm saying? Qualify for the World Cup, the Women's World Cup first in 2019, and then subsequently followed that up with a consecutive qualification. So, I mean, you have to big up this team. Have to big up this team on 100. Again, getting ready 30 minutes away from kickoff. Just seeing images of the stadium. I'll tell you the current temperature in Monterrey, Mexico, where the game is being held. It's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you on the metric system, it's 32 degrees Celsius. So it's hot, brother. It's really hot. It's hot. And in the earlier encounter between the US and Costa Rica, they took quite a few water breaks. Looking at the stats for this tournament, I looked at some of the stats regarding, you know, the tournaments, and some things stood out to me regarding the teams. I mean, goals. The team with the most goals in this tournament, Canada, is the team with the most goals. Canada and USA coming into the semifinal with the most goals. With 9 goals apiece. Of course, Canada beat the brakes off Trinidad. Big up to the Trinidadian massive. 9 goals apiece with Canada and USA coming into today's semifinal round. Looking at the tournament stats, Canada had 51 shots, the leading shot takers. So Canada is very dominant in some areas, brother. 51 shots, and like the old adage say, if you don't take shots, you don't score. Canada also led in assists, 7 assists. Canada led in corner kicks in the tournament, had 25 corner kicks. Canada completed the most passes in this tournament, 1,248 passes coming into this final round. So it's a team that has definitely stayed atop the stats area. I mean, the stats when the Canadian team has done quite well. And of course, they're one of the standard bearer in this thing. Just trying to look at where the Reggae Girlz rank in some of these things. The Reggae Girlz are not top 3 in any of these areas. Of course, neither goals, nor shots, nor corner kicks. I mean, looking at the team summary, continuing our teams. One thing that stood out in terms of passes, the Reggae Girlz ranked 6 in terms of accuracy and passing accuracy. So we have to improve in that area in terms of team passing, the passing accuracy. Reggae Girlz down in the lower half there. Of course, the 8-team tournament. 8 teams tournament. So Canada definitely likes to get a lot of shots in the first half. They lead the first half shots taken. Of course, they're overall dominant in the shots department. As earlier said, in terms of individual leadership, in terms of individual stats, Khadija Bunny Shaw and Julia Grosso are the leading goal scorers for this tournament, both on 3 goals. Shots, Janine Becky of Canada with 13 shots. And Bunny Shaw with 12 shots in the shots column for the Reggae Girlz. So from an individual perspective, the Reggae Girlz, Bunny Shaw, co-leads with goals, and she's number 2 in the shots column. The assist column, Janine Becky leads that stats for the tournament with 3. Of course, we'll see a lot of Janine Becky tonight. So we're going through the PS's family, getting ready for the kickoff. Reggae Girlz versus Canada, kicking off in 28 minutes. 28 minutes. We'll get Junior on in a little bit. God, trust me, I'm tired of time. Engineer need to hurry up and forward. Players to watch for Canada. Khadija Buchanan was the player with the most successful passes of the group stage in Concacaf World Cup qualifiers. Khadija Buchanan, of course, somebody who was very good with the pass and moving the ball for this Canadian team. She completed 194 successful passes. She has a very high percentage. Bev Pressman, the Canadian coach, is currently speaking to the press. We'll hear what Bev Pressman is thoughts on the game. And we'll get to hear what Coach Lauren Donaldson also have to say, as he will also meet the press just before going to his seat. So getting ready for kickoff, family. Getting ready. We're almost there. Send on your predictions, family. We really appreciate if you're new to Ballchat. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel. It's wall-to-wall coverage of football. And no matter who I play football, we're on top of it. We centrally focus on our flagship show, which airs every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Pacific and whatever time that's in England. Big up to the English massive because them staying up late with us. What time it is in England now? Late, early morning time. What? Lauren Donaldson says it's gonna be tough. Okay, Lauren, we don't know say it's gonna be tough. Come like Lauren needs some sleep there. Lauren saying that it's gonna be tough in his pre-match presser. Definitely have a lot of respect for this Canadian team. He said it's gonna be a tough contest, but nowhere we go. One thing Lon always do is say, yo, we cannot go around it. We have to go play some ball. Reggae Girlz getting ready for the kickoff against Canada. It's kicking off in what time? 25 minutes. Reggae Girlz getting ready for the kickoff against Canada. Coach Lauren Donaldson said it's going to be tough. Kadisha Bonnie Shaw is on the bench. Kayla McCoy gets the start to lead the line for the Reggae Girlz. Kayla McCoy also played in a midfield role on the Vin Blaine. We'll see what role she plays tonight when the game actually kicks off. Of course, Kayla McCoy plays with Rangers in Scotland and had a very good season. Scored quite a few goals for Rangers in Scotland. And also, I think they also won that division. So, won their league trophy. So, Kayla McCoy, looking forward to see Kayla get some valuable minutes. Chinlo Asha, big game for Chinlo. Big game for Asha. Big game. One of the surprises that has occurred in this campaign is the fact that Atlanta, a player that was called up by Lorne and his staff for the camp in Colorado, has pretty much outshined Chenlu Asha and just gone straight into the starting 11 ahead of Asha. And that's healthy competition, because we don't know if Asha is a very good player and she's done quite well for this team. She's very experienced. But Atlanta has been very steady, very composed in that midfield, very solid in the games that she played. Of course, she started all the games, and so tonight she gets a breather. So I'm looking to see how Asha goes about it. Big game, because she might not get that starting job back again after tonight. Ashley Lawrence, left back for Canada. Ashley Lawrence is a huge concern for me. I mean, Ashley Lawrence, she plays left back and she can function like a winger. And in a front three setup, she's very good at really getting forward. Interestingly, the coach Bev Pressman bench Rose. I guess she tell Rose have to go on bench Rose. Rose is very active in the Canadian attack, but she's somewhat wasteful in front of goal. So so Rose going to want bench for tonight's game. Let's see if she get any minutes. Christine Sinclair is the big baller for this team. A lot is dependent on what happens with how Christine Sinclair, she has these subtle moves where she moves and finds space. And it comes from years of playing. I mean, she's a leading goal scorer for Canadian football at 190 goals. You don't get to that number by just being lucky. She's very smart, finding those pockets of space. She doesn't move as fast as she used to be back in the day. Not that she was very fast, but now she's slow down a bit. But she's very intelligent in terms of finding space and keeping the ball moving to Becky and Grosso or Rose when they're on the outside of her. So, so interesting game. I mean, I think a lot of the Reggae Girlz fans think that mission's already accomplished. We made it to the World Cup. So, what else we need to worry about? I mean, but for me, we played the US in the group stage, and we got the brakes beat off of us. let's see. We're seeing a statement from Canada Soccer here, Canadian national team. As a united group of Canada's national team players, we seek full transparency from Canada Soccer. We call for an investigation. I am trying to see, there's a statement from Canadian Soccer here. I'm trying to see what I'll go on with this. And I just lost. Let me see if I can pull up the statement for you guys. There's some issues going on in the Canadian camp, family. Some issues. There's issue about, I think it's centered around pay. So it's not something that's unique to the Jamaican players or to Caribbean players. There's an issue around pay. I'm trying to get that statement from Canadian Soccer and maybe pull it up for you guys. Hopefully this issue about money and payment will slow down the Canadians tonight. Hopefully they will slow them down tonight. In fact, my brethren did say to me, why don't you just boycott tonight's game and just call it, Getting ready for kickoff, family. 20 minutes away from kickoff. Reggae Girlz getting ready to play Canada. 20 minutes away. Starting 11 for Coach Lauren Donaldson and the Reggae Girlz. World Cup bound Coach Lauren Donaldson. Rebecca Spencer in goal. Jada Hilton Pilia in the right back position. Alison Swaby, captain, in centre back, along with Satara Murray. Talk trash, Satara Murray. She was on Twitter talking trash after the victory against Haiti and the qualification to the World Cup. So Satara Murray definitely has swagger. She talks the talk and she backs it up. Denisha Blackwood plays in the left back position. She returns after her 1-game suspension for yellow cards accumulation. Denisha Blackwood, big game for Denisha, because last time we saw her, Denisha got ball by Sophia Smith. Havana Sloan returns to starting position in midfield. Chenlu Asher gets her first start of the tournament. Drew Spence, baller, excellent baller, has been the player of the tournament for this Reggae Girlz, in my opinion. Player of the tournament. The games that she don't start, the Reggae Girlz struggle and got the breaks beat off of them. She's a straw that stirs the drink, as the engineer would say. So Drew Spence is a big baller. Trudy Carter, Jody Brown, Kayla McCoy gets her first start of the tournament. I wonder if Bunny Shaw is feeling some effects from, she took a knock in the game against Haiti, and she came off the field for a bit. She received treatment. I'm wondering if she's still feeling some effects from that knock. I mean, I think it was in her lower back. She was in quite a bit of pain. So let's see if Bunny Shaw plays gets any minutes in this game tonight. Canada's starting lineup coach Bev Pressman is going with Sinclair. Christine Sinclair is the captain. Sheridan, Buchanan, Quinn, Rivera, Lawrence, Scott, Giles, Prince, Becky, Janine Becky, the assist leader for this tournament. Fleming rounds out this Canadian starting 11. Winner of this game goes on to the final. They will play the U.S. in the final. U.S. defeated Costa Rica 3-0. As I'm seeing some advertisement for a tour of the U.S. From some European teams tour, got distracted by this. The winner of this game will play USA in the final. And the winner of the tournament will go on straight to the Concacaf Gold Cup, inaugural edition of the Concacaf Gold Cup, slated to kick off in 2024. The winner of this tournament will also go on to the Paris 2024 Olympics. So there's a lot at stake still to play. I understand so the mission is accomplished. All right, so Canada says the road to Paris 2024. Canada qualifies for Paris 24 by winning championship. Of course, if they win the championship, second and third place finishers from the tournament will also have a chance to qualify for the Olympics through the playoff, and that playoff will take place September. So big games coming down. Reggae Girlz, find a way to win this game. Find a way to win this game. It would be huge if we can upset one of the creme de la creme in Concacaf. I mean, US are the big side, as we know. Canada is the number 2 side, as we know. It would be huge if the Reggae Girlz can find a way to beat this team tonight. 15 minutes away from kickoff, family. 15 minutes away from kickoff. Engineer soon join in and to give his prediction. He's been accurate so far. Engineer just text me saying on his way home. Boy, yo, the man there. Drive safely, engineer. Tread safely. Engineer will be on soon, aka Junior will be on soon, family. We'll also have Coach Kadish officially joining us later on to get her thoughts on the Reggae Girlz way forward, depending on how this game, but the overall qualification, and we'll talk about the Arenas Cup taking place in the island this weekend. We'll talk about supporting the Arenas Cup if you're on the island. We'll discuss that with Coach Kadish officially, and how we can continue the movement for the development and the growth of women's football. Football family, send it on in the prediction. Really appreciate you joining us. The engineer will be on soon. Juice Spence have to have a big game for the Reggae Girlz to have a chance in this thing. Juice Spence must have a big game, in my opinion. And I mean, Chinlu Asha, I'm a huge fan of Chinlu. I'm curious to know if this thing is too big for her. I mean, I am curious to know if this thing is too big for her. Bunny Shaw is on the bench, of course. So let's see if she'll get any minutes later on. Reggae Girlz getting ready to play. Canada kicking off. Coach Lauren Donaldson said it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yes, Lauren, we know it's gonna be tough. But first and foremost, big up to the Reggae Girlz. Big up to Lauren and his coaching staff. Big up to the Reggae Girlz Foundation. Big up to the Sidela Mali Football is Freedom Initiative and Sidela Mali. And all the fans who donated and supported the Reggae Girlz Foundation and the Football is Freedom Initiative to facilitate the camp in Colorado. Because those two organizations contributed heavily for camp in Colorado, and then another camp right before the tournament in Monterey. So the sky looks to be an overcast night there in Monterey. There seems to be a bit of cloud hanging over there. The temperature was 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius. We're almost ready for kickoff. 13 minutes away from kickoff. Big game coming up for the Reggae Girlz. They already made it to the World Cup. So will the Reggae Girlz? It's quite windy also. So we can see a strong wind blowing. So that will have an impact on how we go about it. Can't bother with the long ball thing in our night, yeah. Cannot bother with the long ball thing in our night here. Let's get through some of these messages. Looking at messages coming in. Big up to the fans I'm watching. Big up. Really appreciate always. Big up to the people I'm watching. Also the Euros going on. And we saw France defeated Belgium earlier. That French team is an impressive outfit, big side. They have some wonderful players. The ultimate thing is that can they keep it together and win the World Cup? That's the ultimate question, because it's if they're healthy, it's there for their taking. we're also gonna have to restart our Zoom meeting so so the engineer can jump in. Let me restart the Zoom meeting so the engineer can jump in whenever he's ready. Getting ready for kickoff, family. Getting ready for kickoff. You see here. Football family, if you're new to Ballchat, we do this every week. Big up to O'Neal Perry. Big up. Welcome to the Ballchat family. Big up. We do a show every Sunday. We do wall-to-wall coverage of reviewing the week's major news in the world of football. Big up to O'Neal Perry. Thank you for subscribing to the platform. Our normal show Sunday 5 p.m. Eastern. We do we analyze and discuss the week that was in the world of football. Focus on the top 5 leagues. So to that end, that show will pick back up on July 30th as we get ready for the upcoming EPL season. Get ready for the upcoming EPL season. So big up to all the new subscribers, man. Big up on yourselves. Thank you for joining us. And also there are a lot of other vloggers that are doing watch along. Big up to all the vloggers who continue to bring you information and up to date on Jamaican football. Big up to Military Guna TV. Big up to Coach's Desk. Big up to Ryan LFC. Big up to them man. They always are run watch along. Come on, your final prediction before the engineer forward, And come on, you need to unmute your mic. Can't hear from. Come on, can't hear
My
from.
my apologies.
Yes.
My apologies.
No, you're good. Yes. Lauren says it's gonna be tough. Come on.
So hold on there. No. Okay, Lauren. I mean, when I was watching the pregame show with the commentators, they were talking about, I guess they had an interview with Lauren yesterday, and I think they were saying Bunny Shaw had a little knock. So they were watching that, and he also said that he knows it's going to be difficult, but he didn't want to change it up that much. So Canada going out there with them full strength. You'd think they qualify already, you'd relax or rest Sinclair. Sinclair is up front and center.
Now, what is that statement about? What is that statement released by the Canadian national team? What going on with the Canadian football? Is this some dispute over money?
The general running of the federation. The players are not happy. You know which part I liked? I like the part and the statement when them say, when you are making decisions or having discussions, we would appreciate if senior members of the football teams are invited and included. I was like, go on, Canada. The people that want to be at the table when they're making decisions. Canada now player.
So wait, so hold on. Wait, so Canada now act like I want to go on. So players now want to run the rules everywhere. Is player run things now?
Really? I mean, like, who go out there and sweat? I don't understand it. If players that run things, maybe the JFF would be in a better position. But to be honest, Benton, look at it. How can you make decisions for players without including players? They're out there on the pitch. They have to know what they're going through, right? They have to talk about the money, the compensation. How are you going to make decisions for them? It's just like the JFF will say, we're going to give you $100 every day you pay for the national team. Like, really? Like, I was in a meeting, talk to us like we are people, because basically we are working with you.
Yeah, go ahead. You chip out there, come on.
Oh, right. So, I like it. And I like the fact that the Canadian national teams, both men and women, go out there, do what they're supposed to do, right? Qualify for the World Cup, play good football, and then them go in and say, listen, we want more money. So them never stick up the bank before them inside. Then wait till them inside to stick up the bank. I like it.
You like it a lot, like that. Coach Kadish Fishley is joining us. Big up, yo, Kadish, me glad to hear you. How you doing?
Hey, I did some of this quiet leader.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
You know, we only have 6 minutes away from kickoff. We want to talk to you about the Rainers Cup. So we don't really want to force it in right now. We want maybe talk about that at halftime. Would that work best for you?
Yeah, we can do that halftime.
All right, but let's talk about this game ahead of us right now. Reggae Girlz, do they even have a chance?
Yeah. Hey, I've been watching some Euro games, and I'm seeing some underdog teams giving the bigger teams them a fight. So anybody has a chance on the field. Like, I am hoping that we get the win. But sometimes, you know, the better team on the day will come out victorious.
You like the starting 11? I think the engineer is also online.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
How big a game is this for Chinlu Asha? I mean, knowing that Atlanta has been the starter. If Asha flop, big up to the Asha family, big up on yourself. If Asha flop, not this game. This is it for?
No, I don't think. I think Asha will have. Asha has silently had good games the last couple of internationals that we've played. My biggest, it's the re-inclusion of Denisha Blackwood that is annoying me, because she has not had a good game this entire tournament, and to put her in for this game, I am surprised.
So, I mean, Lauren, when we spoke to Lauren, he said Den, you know, is a left footer, left back. And he said, I love that. And he waxed lyrically almost about her after years. So, he likes that player because of a left foot, left back. But
wait till Becky will her tonight.
Yes, he has.
Oh my, Becky is going to run rings. Listen,
Becky a bug, man.
There was a time, I don't remember which coach it was at Chelsea, who we played. I don't remember, but as Aspilicueta for the entirety of that season is a right footer, played on the left hand side, played left back, and in my opinion, it's the better defender that needs to play. If it doesn't matter if you're a left footer or a right footer. Even Chelsea women sometimes uses Jess Carter, who uses her right foot on the left hand side because she's the better defender. If you have a better defender in your team, why are you going to play someone over just because she has a left foot? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Coach love Den.
Oh, sorry, it's not Becky is not an outside. Come on, it's Prince.
Becky is.
Oh yeah. And then Havana. Okay, let us talk about Havana. I remember Coach Price, Kadish, when you guys were on the show on Hit, talking about it, and Coach Price was enamored with Havana. It was like, you need a Havana. Yes, but for this entire tournament, how can you include a player who has been a liability the entire tournament versus a team that can be technical and that can be clinical in and around the 18? You know who I like? Buchanan. Buchanan is a very strong player, and I just don't know if Havana have the guys about her to even maneuver this. So she not have a good game, but as I said, maybe she's a beast in training.
Maybe, but I don't think she can match with Jessie Fleming, with anybody in the midfield of Canada, to be honest. Why am I the only one looking at the graphics that they have right now and that they use the Haitian keeper for Rebecca Spencer? All right, sorry. Got distracted.
Hey, look, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time, you know. I'm sorry. Right. So,
I'm sorry. Right. So, Havana, I don't think Havana has a chance. 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 I don't
The
Yeah, I
midfield,
don't.
Canada midfield and Havana. You were saying that you didn't think Havana can handle Quinn, Fleming, and Scott in that midfield.
No, I don't. Drew is going to have her hands full. Drew and Asha are going to have their hands full because Havana cannot help them. She will not be able to help them.
All right, family. 1 minute away. The players are on the field. The national anthems already took place. They sang the national anthem. Kayla McCoy, big game for Kayla McCoy. She's going from what? Playing a creative role in that midfield with Vin to now being an attacker, her preferred position, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she scored a bag of goals for what? Rangers in the Scottish League, right? 15 goals or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so all right, final predictions and we connect at halftime.
2-1 Jamaica. And I'm going to need Jody Brown to be a little bit more clinical tonight.
All right, see that's
All right.
All right. Engineer jumping in now. Engineer, how you doing, family? We'll link up with you at halftime, Khadij. And
all right.
Bye.
Engineer jumping in. Engineer, unmute the mic. See if engineer unmute the mic as we're off. Coming like engineer drop and then him have to reload again. Ball is played all the way back as the Reggae Girls got us on the way. Cleared out by Rebecca Spencer. Ball is playing around in the midfield. Lawrence looking to get us going. Quinn. Here comes Canada. Buchanan has it. Looking for Fleming. Now Reggae Girls dropping into shape. Ball is with Jody Brown. Jody finds Asher. Asher sends it back to Blackwood. Blackwood sends it back all the way back to Satara Murray. And Satara finds Rebecca Spencer. Jenny and Becky running in. Finds Alison Swaby. Reggae Girls knocking the ball around. Swaby to Havana. Havana sent it back to Swaby. And Reggae Girls got a throw in there. Throw into the Reggae Girls. Throw into the Reggae Girls. Ball now sent back into play. Looking for Kayla McCoy.